But not only that, in my panic, I dropped the rod and ran all the way down the L dock with the fish hook in my eyeball.
Why did you run with the... Why did you drop the rod?
All right.
Idiot, just an idiot kid.
Testing.
Worst fear.
Stream should be able to hear me. Yeah, I am popping on Streamlabs, so Stream should be able to hear me.
But you did forget to screen share the setup.
Oh my god, I fucking hate you guys.
If only you had like a full-time tech support guy.
I have good news. You can now be heard.
I have good news also. This music is amazing.
Okay, now that he's finally done his job right.
Whoa now. I never claimed to be a professional.
Shame.
If chat wants us to be professional, we're gonna have to start getting a lot more income from somewhere else a lot quicker.
Well, Avery, you
heard
know
it
what
here
we must
first,
do.
Chad.
You know what we
Do I need
must
to
do.
Do I need to bring out the short shorts?
No, I was suggesting that
Start
we
the
find
OnlyFans?
alternative income. Yes, we will start alternative
I've got
income.
a job.
Well, that doesn't count. That's boring.
True.
You guys have
Okay.
jobs?
You guys are getting paid.
Let's get paid for this. I
right.
do have a job.
Let's go ahead. What music is this? This is the Zandalari jungle music from World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth. The ambiance music.
Makes perfect sense. I knew that.
No, you didn't. So, let's get into tonight's session.
We've actually discussed the possibility of that before.
We're all gonna get together one day and stream from the pool. I literally will
On
get
the
I will get a
floaty.
floating table and we will all roll dice in the middle of the pool and I'll stream it.
Oh yeah.
We have like a giant 5x10 pool on our porch, like a little inflatable one. We'll go out there and chill.
Well, I was thinking we could do it at my parents' pool because they have a kiddie section of their pool that's only a foot deep, which is perfect for just sitting in and playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, so we're gonna do like an in-person thing.
I sure
I
can't
think
wait
that's
to
the
go to
only
these
way it
cavernous
works.
depths.
That's what she said.
Let's get into tonight's session, guys. Oh, enough horsing around. Last we gathered, we watched as the Castaways continued their trek across the rolling wildlands. After breaking away from the cliff facing that Yklavar
Break away.
Grove sat above and venturing towards the shattered forest in the direction of the Evergrew Abyss, seemingly the point of interest that has caught the eye of two of our heroes. As the five of you continued your journeys, you caught sights of various dragons in the night, feeding, hunting, scouting, who knows. But you guys came across two spined dinosaurs in the wilderness on the following day, in which you quickly befriended and named Barbara and Spike.
Barbara.
Barbara,
Barb.
Baby.
As you guys were befriending them, trying to show you meant no harm to these otherwise wild beasts, a massive sludge monster came out of the sludge pools around and began trying to drag Barbara down to the acidy depths below. You guys made quick work of it, stunning it and not allowing it to move, but taking quite a bit of damage from the acidic air that seemed to swirl around this massive monster. After you defeated it, the arcane energy that seemed to hold this monster together dissipated with a massive stone, much like the Lox-like heart you guys found from the previous goo monster, emerged. Investigating these pools in the surrounding areas of the rubble, you found that these pools were unnatural, and that they were whatever had been dumped here, whatever fell here, was slowly corroding away the land and creating this acidic goo that seemingly swallowed everything it touched. As you all searched through the rubble, you found remains of petrified elves, or statues of elves that you assume to be petrified from what Akari has told you. Taking pieces of them and whatever remnants of whatever civilization this used to be with you, you guys continued your journey. Where the following day you found an interesting fellow. A man named Ulrich, or so he claims was his name. Walking peculiarly, nonchalantly through the rolling wildlands, not having a care in the world. This was a little alarming to most of you, so you questioned him. And while he seemed strange, maybe a bit of aloof and not really having a care in the world, you guys let him be, and he continued on his way. The following night, it was quiet. The dragons hunting, now almost an expected sight whenever you guys sleep at night. But as the night came to an end, just before dawn, Kidai and Zamira decided to have a little fun. As they decorated the horns of Fane and awoke the next morning, he had found that he had succumbed to the pranksters that are his fellow travelers. So we now find you all the morning after, as Fane is pulling the glowing mushrooms and various bits out of his horns. What are you doing?
For the record, I did not pull them out. I left them on.
I could have swore you pulled them out, but that is fine.
I would have to double check, but that would.
Either way,
No,
it's
because
no,
they
it's no
did
big
like
deal.
the gift book.
Yeah, I think they're on, and there is a gift book of
Yep.
us standing together with our horns.
Both are. It did indeed show you, or placed his memory into your book for you to look at.
Mm-hmm. As Kothar Zach pointed out after, probably the memory that will kill us if one of us dies.
Yep. 100%.
Well, I suppose we have traveling to do. Do we not?
Yeah.
Do some like
Now-
remembering up stretches.
As you guys begin to continue your travel towards the Shattered Forest, I just want to get some clarification because during last session, and we clarified this a little bit outside of session, but just speak so I want to talk to get clarification from the whole group. Akari had asked last session if this would be a good point to diverge the path, to change your guys' route. And I told him that it could potentially be that, unless you guys wanted to continue towards the Shattered Abyss. So just for my clarification for the narrative, are you guys still continuing towards the Shattered Forest?
We had talked about it, and I don't remember what our resolution was.
Well, I mainly wanted to ask to define a point where when we're done we double back to, because we do want to do that moon crescent. So that would be what I was trying to note. DM was I have excellent memory for maps and geography.
Correct.
So I wanted to kind of designate in my mind a place we can double back to then
Right.
do the
So,
moon crescent south.
If you guys look at the map of Jotunheim, you guys are almost directly on the edge, maybe about half a mile outside the edge of the forest, of the Shattered Forest, directly across from where the text that reads the Evergrew Abyss is. So you guys are basically on the cusp of the forest. And for you, Akari, just knowing general lay of the land and geography, and looking, as you guys can see on the horizon, of how dense and thick the area of the Shattered Forest is, you would get the sense that traveling on the outside of the forest is going to be much quicker than traveling through it.
Okay, so now would be the good point to like mark in a brain.
Yes.
That's all. I don't think we need to deviate from our path
Perfect. Just wanted to get
because
clarification.
we're making our way there anyway. Eventually.
Making away. So we're going to starting with the
Evergrew Abyss, baby!
Let's go.
Hey, you guys chose it.
Surely the DM wouldn't throw something entirely outlandish at us, right? Right?
Surely. Why would that ever happen? So, as you guys continue your journey towards the Shattered Forest, need somebody to roll a d20 on the new encounter table, because we are now getting towards the Shattered Forest.
Can I have this one?
Sure.
Sure.
It's a 7 on the daddy dice.
Let me swap back to my list because I had my map pulled up. So,
I guess technically he can call him that because he got him for Father's Day.
wait, is Fane rolling actual dice? What is this?
Yeah. I do it for those, like just the straight D20 rolls a lot of the times.
So, as the 5 of you gather your things, kind of Kedai and Fane locked in arms as they are walking down through the rolling hills with the mushrooms hanging from their horns and antlers. You guys can see on the horizon the sun has begun to crest above the mountaintops, and these rays of golden sunshine are kind of shining down from above. But in the distance behind that bright sunshine that's kind of creating this beautiful picturesque picture, framing the mountains in the forest below, dark rain clouds have begun to roll in. Not much like thunderstorm rain clouds like you guys have seen in days prior here, more just like dark gray clouds that just seem to bring a blanket of rain with them. So as you guys continue your journey, an hour, 2 hours in, you come to the edge of the forest. And as you come to the edge of the forest, you now can all see the beautiful sight that is the Shattered Forest. But there's something strange about this forest. There are pockets that you can see where the land kind of dips down, and you can see the tops of the forest off in the distance where the branches and the trees have just created mushed clearings. And it's not hard for you guys to insinuate that those are areas where large dragons have just dove into the trees from above and plucked their prey. You see these pocketing pieces everywhere, almost creating these dense, smushed piles that almost look like miniature beaver dams pocketing throughout the forest. And you now all kind of sparks in your mind why whoever made this map called it the Shattered Forest, for the amount of shattered trees and pieces of wood chips and debris that lay about. Walking through it, you get the sense, as you make your first few steps in, there is almost no way to travel this forest stealthily. Every step almost creates another cracking of a branch.
Do we want to... I mean, this is a little loud. I feel like it would be hard to be quiet in here. Do we want to go around, or do we want to...
Just for
face
clarification,
first?
all stealth checks within the Shattered Forest are at disadvantage, and that's what that means.
Do we want to press with this, or skirt it, or...
I mean,
I could...
oh, sorry.
I was just going to say that I could carry you, Kothar, in my arms.
I appreciate the offer. That might be a little difficult for how much journey we have. I know Akari and Kedai, both of you have some magic that might be able to help us if we'd like to make the journey a little more stealthily.
I think we should get where we're heading and do it without getting caught out in the open.
So we press, and we just hope for the best?
Question, DM. The Umber Bow kind of says that it gives me advantage on my next stealth check. Would that be for the duration of a travel if I were to use it in that manner?
So the stealth check is kind of your overall stealth for the whole travel. So the answer is yes.
Okay. I can help us get through a little bit quieter, but it's going to be hard with all the twigs and whatnot.
We haven't rested or anything, have we?
You guys had just awoke from a long rest.
Mhm.
Oh, we did. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
As you guys all awake this morning, Kedai begins to speak. You notice that she's caught a bit of a cold from the night before, maybe from staying up a little too late and having too many shenanigans.
Thanks, Matt.
Roll
Love a
the
free out.
Constitution save for viral disease.
I don't think that's how that works.
I will cast Pass Without Trace.
I will not. After rolling, I will not.
Okay. So if you guys are continuing through with Pass Without Trace, I need
I will
everybody roll
also
stealth checks at
Draw
disadvantage.
on the Umber Bow for myself.
So you shall have straight roll.
Yep.
So everybody else is at
Ugh.
disadvantage with plus 10.
Ooh, with disadvantage of 22.
Nice.
What?
Disadvantage on your stealth check, please.
But plus 10.
With plus 10.
29, Matt. I'll
Oh.
see you in another campaign.
Oh, we
And-
had Pass Without a Trace?
You did have
Yes.
Pass Without Trace.
Oh, then mine was a 32 with disadvantage.
Jesus Christ.
26.
There is no finding you guys.
15.
Natural 1 for 17.
Too bad you can't critically fail ability checks.
Kothar's just like talking to the branches, like, shut the fuck up. Shut
So
the
our
fuck up.
so our
Shut the-
lowest is 15. Yeah, he's like intimidating the branches to not snap. Our
I need
lowest
to
is a
fix-
15. What's that bring our average to? We're at like an average of at least 20 something.
I need to fix my wire for my headset real quick.
You need to fix your wife?
My
His
wire?
wire.
It's all tangled. Which
I
means
thought you said wife.
which normally my headset
I
turns
mean-
off when I unplug it, but it's because the battery in it is shit, even though it's wireless.
Believe you me, he also needs to fix Shelby. She's got a couple.
Was
Whoa.
it 32,
I'm
a
gonna tell her-
17, a
I'm gonna tell her you
15,
said
and what?
that. We don't
You
need
can
to
tell
know
her
the
I said
average.
that.
You guys passed.
Yeah, you can tell I said that. I'm not there. She can't hurt me.
You will be in a couple days.
Shit. Okay, moving on. Campaign 3.
As you guys begin to slowly traverse through the Shattered Forest, with Akare and Zamira leading the way, Zamira kind of using the wind, her Aragonasi wind, that just passively follows her and slowly, like with a small tornado out in front of her, pushing some of the sticks to create a clear path for you guys. But every few steps, with Kothar's large demeanor, like brushing up through or squeezing through the trees, a few branches fall off and fall to the ground. You guys are still fairly quiet, fairly undetectable, and the amount of sounds that are around you guys from the animals that are running throughout the forest, creating their own snapping of twigs and branches, you guys get the sense you're pretty undetectable.
Kothar, can you yell at the animals and tell them to be quiet?
I thought we were trying to be quiet ourselves. I mean, they'd be kind of loud.
I just knew you could like do the whole talking
Wait.
thing.
Kothar, you have like a very intense stare. Maybe just like give them the look.
I'll do that. The next animal that I can see, I'm gonna try to stare it down.
As you guys are very slowly making your way through this forest, you catch sight of a large elk, maybe 30 feet from you guys, almost as it looks up, just as you step on a branch, and it just looks up over at you, and it almost as if you guys just would have crept on it without anyone noticing, almost. But make an intimidation check.
I'm gonna T-pose at it. 18.
As you T-pose at it, it
Quiet
just
elk.
cocks its head, but there's a look in its eyes that you get the sense if you were to run at it, it would be stunned in fear.
That look is so
After about 20 seconds of it
menacing.
not moving, I'm just gonna like crouch down like you would when you were trying to play with a dog.
It takes off running at the first sight of your movement.
Fantastic. Hey, Akari, is that what you had in mind?
I think that worked.
Make a perception check
fantastic.
for me, Kothar.
Do you think elks like talk to each other? Because I think he's gonna go home and tell his family to shut the fuck up.
14.
As he goes darting off the other edges of the forest, you hear the sounds of wings as a large adult black dragon comes diving down from the mountaintop off, and you can see that same elk in its maw as it grabs it, and the shattering of the twigs and the branches all around go flying as it grabs it and tries to carry it back up to the mountain.
Generations of elk will know you as the harbinger of death. Generations.
No, they won't, because the only one that knew is dead.
They saw it.
But you can hear the sounds of the other animals just running into the distance for their lives, seemingly never leaving the forest, almost as if they know that if they leave the cover of the forest, they're going to be seen and plucked.
One way or another. Kothar down here, dragons up there.
But you guys continue for another hour, another 2 hours, silently drifting through the Shattered Forest before you come to the place marked on your map that reads the Evergrew Abyss. Kothar, as you have the map out in front of you, maybe a few steps behind Zamira as she's clearing these, and she kind of pulls back the vines and the branches, and you guys can see this large, almost carved into the side of a mountain, open archway. The brush and the vines growing over it, with a light drizzle of rain coming down over all of you.
That looks incredibly interesting. I guess I didn't expect it to be carved. Like, I thought it might be like a natural structure, but this is made by somebody.
Yeah, it's a little more handmade than I was expecting.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
DM, from here, does the entrance seem like level? Does it seem like it's really held together, or?
Make a perception check.
Yes, perception 19.
Looking over the massive stone archway that's kind of built into the side of this jagged rocky mountain, you can see the overgrowth has begun to overtake it, but it seems level, it seems well constructed, but definitely old. Weather has not been kind to this entrance. And with the overgrowth and the vines, catch a glimpse of some sort of writing underneath it. Hard to read as it's with this overgrowth.
I assume Pass Without a Trace is well and gone, so I think
Correct.
my stealth would be, I don't remember what it was, to be honest, but it would be 10 less, I assume. I'm gonna kind of mosey over near the entrance and just give it a good old-fashioned listen.
As you listen down, you can hear a low hum, the rushing of wind through many different cavernous openings, almost like the sound whenever you blow over a bottle. There's that low
Mamma mia.
hum.
Okay. So the overgrowth is what's covering it, or was it just the distance
Yeah,
as
the
well? on
vines and the
writing?
overgrowth are kind of overtaking whatever is written on this entrance.
I'll kind of motion Kidai over, as well as everybody else, I suppose. Kidai, you have anything to like clear this without having to hack away at it? And
Fane will just start pulling vines down and grabbing stuff and ripping it off.
Sure. Easy enough to do.
It's. I have this spell, Kirai. It's called
Fists.
manual labor.
I just didn't know if Druidcraft does that. I don't really know what Druidcraft does. Except for
Druidcraft
creates-
wouldn't do that much.
We do the
It
opposite.
creates plants.
Yeah.
As you
Or
pull
a
it in-
small,
Dust devil.
harmless
You don't have
sensory
to make
effect.
everything dirty.
Just cast Blight. Just kill it all. It's fine.
Can I punch it with fire fists and like burn the vines away?
Are you
It's
actually doing
literally-
that?
It's literally already down. It's
Yeah.
like
I mean, it's already down. But... So, Fane, as you pull it all away, you can see the writing below it reads, Utwix, Gulloway, Dware, Irval, Deratrix. And for you,
it's
Zamira,
infernal, baby. Isn't it?
reads in Draconic, the birthplace of all dragons.
Oh.
This doesn't nobody else in the party speak Draconic?
I
Nobody
do.
else in the...
I
Oh, you
do.
do.
Oh, so like
could've sworn
everyone
Zamira was
speaks
the only
Draconic except for Kidai? Oh,
I
I
don't
thought
speak
you
it.
said. Oh, I thought you said you did.
Sorry, I speak infernal. It sounded like infernal. Sorry, I was jumping the gun.
I don't think Zamir would know that they spoke Draconic. It says this is the birthplace of dragons. Not quite sure what that's going to entail when we enter, but
I mean, I'm excited to find out.
I mean, I'm
You know, this
definitely
is-
not gonna not go in there.
This is, if we go in here, this is a commitment to something a little different than what we've done before. This is a commitment to be adventurers, not just survivors.
I mean, I don't know what we'll find in here, but if I could ask a favor of you guys, that I know the dragons before attacked us, and if we need to defend ourselves, obviously we will, but if it's eggs or a dragon that's not harming us, I don't relish the idea of killing them just because they're there. I understand if they come at us that we have to do what we have to do, but I don't want any undue violence towards them.
Completely agree.
Makes sense.
It's a fair
For all
point.
we know, there could be none in there, though.
I'm afraid I don't actually know how to pronounce what's written here. Can you actually speak the language too?
Yes, I can.
I can only read it. Do you think they can be communicated or reasoned with?
The only ones I've ever met were the ones we killed. Would I know? I mean, I'm assuming I would know that some could be reasoned with from my education and my studies.
Make a history check at advantage.
At advantage.
That's a natural 20, and I have a +8, or I have a +5. No, I have a +4 to history. I was looking at the wrong thing. So 24 on a natural 20.
Easy enough. You know that there are multitudes of dragons, of chromatic and metallic, that are easy to reason with. Even history of some taking human form and slipping into the ranks of humans and living amongst them for years upon years with no conflict. So there is definitely a sense that you know dragons are not inherently evil, but when provoked can be construed as evil.
I think it's highly likely. There are lots of dragons that can be reasoned with and can be quite civil and pleasant, but as far as we've seen, we have yet to encounter any of those on this island, so I don't want to give false hope, but I can remain hopeful.
I will just wordlessly take off the goggles and give them to Zamira. And then follow her.
You can have them back when we're done. I appreciate it.
Oh, this very much seems to be your thing. We're gonna need you.
As you all
Are we
follow-
ready?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just asking the party if we were ready to enter.
Actually, come to think of it, I will also give him or not him. You have the earring of
Yeah, you
message.
both, the two of you have the earrings of message.
I will hand it over to Fane.
I thought Fane had the
I've
other
got-
one.
Me and Akari have it.
Yeah, I
Then
never
will-
had one.
I will give the one that I have to Zamira.
The
She's
two of
not
you now
alone
have the
with
earring
sight.
of message, which allows you to cast essentially the message cantrip between the two of you.
I will go like 10 feet away and I will test it. And I will say, Zamira, you have some of the best calves I've ever seen in my entire life.
God.
Would you like to do like a one-on-one
Everything's
combat?
horny with this party.
Maybe to
Maybe.
test out your one-on-one combat or one-on-one like anything, maybe?
Maybe when our lives aren't in danger.
Alright, deal.
If we make it off this island, I will one-on-one fight you.
Just a fight or
The fight.
a fight?
You're not
Okay.
quite my type.
Zamira, I'm everyone's type.
Only if you tuck it between your legs.
Oh.
I only hear the one half side of this conversation, but I know exactly what's being said.
Yeah, you only hear Samira's
I-
side.
I'm only hearing Fane's side, so this is fun.
This makes so much more sense. That's why you're so grouchy all the time.
So, I assume everybody enters into the cavern. Mm-hmm. As you all enter into the cavern, you walk for nearly a quarter of a mile, slowly arcing upwards, until you enter in to a large open chamber. And as you guys draw closer to this chamber, you enter into this large open chamber, the floor made of a smooth obsidian. The two sides of the walls around you, kind of arcing into a single point, are these large, almost cavernous-like walls with these stalagmites, stalactites pocketing the ceilings above, giving a small drip of water every now and then that you guys can hear crash against the obsidian floor. See, standing about 10 feet apart from each other across the room, there are two large dragon-like statues with a row of braziers roughly 10 feet apart leading through the center of the room, each lit with a bright, vibrant orange flame. And you can see another archway leading deeper into the cavern.
We'll go up to the statues.
As you're looking at the statues, you notice there are the two on either side that are very large and well chiseled, well carved. But above the stone oval-like opening in front of you, you notice there used to be a third, maybe a dragon's head above the stone archway in front of you that now lays in rubble, the pieces of it just scattered about, unable to be fixed by any means across the floor.
Samira's gonna try.
How does it look? Like, is there any clear way to discern how it was broken? Does it? I mean, is there like scorch marks? Does it look like a spell hit it? I mean, is there anything obvious? As
It
to
looks
how
like
it was...
something very strong or heavy hit it, and it fell to the floor and shattered to like a million pieces.
Is there anything written on the non-broken one?
Is there anything written? No, there's nothing written on any of them.
Are the dragons pointing any direction?
No, there are the two dragon-like statues. They are standing on all fours, kind of at a normal, just a normal stance, kind of with their back end down and their heads just looking out forward and their wings kind of pulled inward, not really extended. Basically sitting. Give me 1 second, I need to restart my stream deck.
So Zamira, it's just only girls? It's always been? Just curious.
I have a completely and totally related, relevant question. Do you guys think when we get to the city, we could buy some more of those goggles? It's getting kind of annoying, like walking through tunnels and just like piecemealing my way.
You can see in the dark.
No.
Oh, well, at least there's firelight. Here, hold on to my abs and you will, hold on to my sides.
There's not a lot to grab. I'm afraid my hands might slide off. It's a little, they're kind of oily though, you know. I don't know why. They're always slick.
I just have a natural sort of sheen. I guess it's part of. I don't know. Maybe it's an evolved trait.
I mean, it makes it really hard to pin down.
I mean, I always just, no matter what, the light is always perfect because of it. It's just, I don't know. Anyway.
So there's no writing, there's no indication that there's anything of note here besides the smashed statue. The archway looks as if it descends deeper into the cavern.
Yes, let's... Do I see any tracks?
Make a perception check.
Hikari, could you help me look at these statues a bit closer?
Ooh, that's a natural one for a 9.
You don't find any tracks. With his help, make an investigation check at advantage, Kothar.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any buttons or hidden switches on the statues.
I was gonna look for symbols if I can.
There's a doorway right in front of us, right?
Yeah, it's
12.
completely open.
Okay, just check, sure.
What'd you say?
12.
Looking it over, kind of going through the nooks and the crannies of the one dragon statue, you don't find any symbols, any buttons, anything that looks like it might move. It just looks like a solid statue. Although, as you're kind of running your hands through the one dragon statue, and you kind of take a step back for a second and look at it, it looks like a shrunk down version of Zeltroy.
This one
14
actually.
foot wings and all?
Thank you.
Maybe Zeltroy.
That's not ominous.
Well, we sort of knew that this was his place, right? I mean, this is near his mountain. This whole place is his place.
I mean, potentially. I wasn't really keen on the fact that this was also going to be his cave.
His mountain is about 50 miles south of you guys.
Oh, okay. Well,
that ain't
still,
shit.
I mean,
For a
this
dragon.
whole place stinks of dragon. I think it's safe to assume that Zeltroy has a big part in whatever happens here.
Are both the statues identical, or does the other one look like a different dragon?
The other one looks like a different dragon.
Are those dogs out in the shattered forest barking all the way down to
Would
the
I
lake?
recognize the other dragon? Does it look like a Sombra?
It does not. You would not recognize the other dragon. And
Okay.
You really don't know what a Sembra looks like, just for
Well, we saw
clarification.
the other...
You saw the other statues. They do not look like those.
Okay. Yeah, because we saw the carvings when we found the orb. I didn't know if they resembled that.
Let's keep moving, shall we?
But I think we need to keep a very sharp, very slow pace in here. I worry that we will only find danger when it's upon us.
If the light situation gets bad, I'll light a torch, assuming no one stops me.
That's fine. I
Go
should
for
mention
it.
as you guys are standing in front of these statues, just because I checked my notes and forgot to mention it. There is like a strong, not a strong wind, but a brisk wind coming from deep within the mountain, and the one that is kind of pelting you guys in the face is warm. It's like that moment when you open the oven and that hot wave of heat just hits you.
Is it like when I found the little garden?
No, this is much different.
Okay.
Is
This
it
is like being outside in Texas.
Yes,
Yeah. Is it similarly like a dry heat or?
it is indeed a dry heat.
Mm,
So
let go.
let's do it. Kotar, you're getting a bit shiny as well.
I think it's a little warm in here, you know.
It is warm, yeah. I kind of like it, actually.
Samir is not sweaty. Her natural breeze around her is keeping her nice and cool and dry.
Svein has one perfect lock of hair coming down like with just a bead of sweat.
I mean, to be fair, I do carry a water skin just in case you guys need it, so let me know.
I think we all have water skins. I recall.
You do. Everybody has a water skin.
But yeah, let's.
Fane's
Red
is filled with
John.
jungle juice.
Following the path deeper into the cavernous depths of this mountain, as it descends, and it kind of descends a little bit, but then comes back up and climbs even higher. The temperatures begin to rise drastically to almost an uncomfortable level of heat, getting warmer and warmer the farther you delve into this cave, until eventually you see a bright orange glow coming from the opening that is at the end of the hallway. As you pass through the archway, you find yourself standing on a small section of stone that kind of juts out from the side of a mountainous room. And you can just see the glow of orange and red coming from whatever is below you. As you all approach the edge and peer down over, you can see there are 5 massive black steel chains extending from different corners of the room, one connected to the piece of stone in which you guys stand upon, leads down into a massive metallic-like bowl that holds a massive pool of lava. And in the center there are 3 statues of dragons that kind of overhang from the pools of lava. Below descends into a deep, dark abyss.
Well, I would offer one of you the opportunity to check it out, but well, I'd happily go see what's down there.
What is the spacing between, so that we're on a platform and a chain? Are there other platforms about or other surfaces that can be traversed?
Does not look like there are other platforms, but it does look like this chain is massive, like 10 foot wide with that singular hump in the center like a chain. So about 4 to 5 feet on each side that you guys could physically walk down the chain to the platform in the center of the room.
Big chain.
Do those chains count as tight ropes?
No.
Don't play with me, man. I think they
You
count
get-
as tight ropes.
You get advantage on jumping off, for sure.
So there's nothing else in the room besides the chain that leads us to the bowl of hot soup.
Yes. The other chains look like they are just embedded in the wall, keeping this massive bowl of lava suspended in the air.
You
You
know,
think-
I have. Oh, go ahead.
No, please. I had a joke.
I was just gonna say, I lived my entire life inside the corpse of a dead dragon, and I still think this is the most intimidating thing I've ever seen.
I'm sorry, run that one by me again.
Did
You
what?
I forget that you are not worldly people sometimes. Kotar, you know this, right?
Would I?
Yeah, roll a history check for me. This is pretty common knowledge. It's it's something a lot of people know about, but not a lot of people from your
Two.
area have seen. Yeah, you've definitely heard of the city of Drakenford. You just never been there.
Yeah, I guess it's not too unfair to assume you wouldn't have heard of it, but Drakenford, my hometown, my city, it's inside a dragon as big as Zeltroy, even, and apparently he died a long time ago, and the people built a city inside of him, the body.
That's
I feel like maybe that would be some relevant information given the size of Zeltroy. It's like one of his old rivals or something, yeah?
You know, actually, that does seem like relevant information now that you say that, but I've never been. I don't think that far ahead or behind sometimes, I suppose.
Did it not smell terrible?
No. It's just bones now.
Just
Um,
bones.
Just bones. Long
I see.
dead.
I
Yeah,
see.
long dead. They say that it's that he used to be the king of everything, and then he died, or something. The king of the world, and he fell down and died, or
So like
something.
Zeltroy, but not lazy.
Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, all I know is that he's been dead a long time. He's not really. We couldn't really ask him any questions or anything like that.
Question, DM, what's the acoustics like in here? Is our conversation just like echoing?
Unless you guys are like yelling, it's not really echoing. But if you were to yell, it would echo. That is definitely the feel you get.
Got it. I'll start to chain my way down to the platform.
Chain your way.
Chain my way.
Chain our way.
As we're making our way down the platform, I just want to look
Okay,
at
right.
Fane. Do you think that Zeltroy and this dead dragon of yours were like roommates, or
You know, it's funny how you can
Probably X's.
you can think of you can
bad for
understand something that's so accessible to you and not put two and two together because it's so accessible. But what if they were like father, son, or brother, or maybe husband and wife? I don't know.
History will say they're best friends.
They could have been best friends. Yeah. What if? I mean, it's not relevant, but what if somebody in Drakenford knows about dragons of this variety?
I'd hope that someone that lives inside the corpse of a dragon that's a couple 100 feet long would know about dragons. Hundreds of
Not
feet
even
long.
yeah, thousands of feet long. It's a city of, I don't know. It's-
Just for your information in Fane's theater of mind, the corpse in which Dragonford is built is miles long.
yeah, that's what I thought. It's not maybe he's-
Significantly larger than Zeltroy.
Yeah, so I would say this and say no. He's like, it's got a city of like 30,000 people in it. This city is miles long, like 10 times the size of this guy, of Zertroy.
Well, I want to meet the fellow that killed that.
Maybe hire him for a day's work.
I'd like to hire him for
Roll a history check, Fane.
a lot of days' work.
There's lots of things I would like to do if we ever get off this island.
Unfortunately, you do not know the demise of the dragon that is Dragonford is built within.
It's ancient history. Unfortunately, it's not.
Just stick it in the fridge. I'll eat afterward. Thank you.
That's what she said.
Put it in the cold box. I will consume it.
So as you guys all descend the chain, and these chains descend into the lava and kind of connect into this center. So it's not, as you guys are like standing over the lava, you're all sweating profusely, except for Akare, who this is just making you a little uncomfortable as like your metal and your inner workings begin to like expand and contract with the change of the temperature.
It's okay. I turn on my cooling fans.
But you guys make it to the center platform, in which you find there are these 3 dragon statues, each kind of cusping their hands below their jaws, and arranged in like a triangle formation in the center of this stone platform, the center of this boiling pool of magma.
Do two of them look like the two non-broken dragons from the previous statues?
These just look like generic dragons. There's nothing special about them.
Are you saying
They
all
all-
dragons look the same, Matt? Is that what you're saying?
Sure.
Are they all facing the same direction?
They are not. Each one is facing outward. They're kind of in like, one's facing this way, one's facing that way, one's facing that.
I want to look in the middle of them.
Nothing there. They're all kind of like back to back. There's like barely a couple feet of space between them.
Are they staring at anything?
Staring outward.
On the wall?
Looking out onto the cavernous wall, it kind of like fades into black. You can't see anything out there.
Oh, rip.
Fade to black, huh?
They do have their hands just cusped between their jaws.
I want to
Or
dive
cusped
off.
below their jaws, I should say.
While we're looking at the platform, I want to jump off and go for a little fly.
As you like go to fly off, the heat and like the way it's affecting the air makes it near impossible for you to fly in this area.
Does it just like, is it like an updraft where it just takes me straight up?
Pretty much.
Hell yeah.
Could I apply my meta knowledge of thermodynamics to explain how I would go down?
No. Fane doesn't know that.
It's a law of nature, he doesn't have to, right? Just teasing. Okay, I'll just float up and then be like, fuck, sorry guys, I can't come down. It's getting blasted up.
It's
Is there a
not
roof?
the center platform is the only area in which it does not affect you. So you can fly up between there, but flying outward, it just kind of like jostles you and you can't really control your flight.
No, it's fine. I'll just be pinned to the ceiling for the rest of the session.
So what you're saying, or what Zach is telling me, is that Fane doesn't apply his knowledge to go down.
Yeah, no, I'm stuck. I can't. There's no way out of this.
You're not stuck.
Like, you just see like an imprint of, like a crispy black imprint of Fane as he slowly cooks alive over the top of the lava, just pinned like a crow in the wind.
But
I guess you live there forever now.
the small amount you do see, Fane, with your dark vision as you kind of like drift up through the air in the small area that you can fly in, you can see there are these chains kind of, they go out to the wall and they're holding this suspended pool of lava in the center, but there are others that extend and connect to the varying different walls above, and there are hundreds, if not thousands, of cages above.
When I get back down, well, actually, can I?
You can investigate them from up here. The heat is really only keeping you from going down, not from going up.
Okay, I understand. So I will fly up and I will look in the cages. I want to see size, any potential contents, whether they are locked.
There are, depending on how long you want to spend on it, an innumerous number of cages of varying sizes. Some still locked with the bone remains of varying different sizes of humanoids, of different types of races. Some open with just a fine layer of dust in them. Looks as if they haven't been used in years. But from Fane's studied knowledge, being a man who's actually spent some time with scholars and general intuition, you get the sense that this was once used as a jail.
Interesting. I will struggle down and share that with the party.
DM, while Fane is doing all that hubbub, I would like to. I assume there are multiple chains running this center platform.
Correct.
I would like to ascend some of the other chains, start looking for a doorway or way forward.
Each chain you descend, there are 5 that hold this one, and with his time doing that, you could easily check all of the other 4. Each of them just leads to the cavernous outer wall of the inside of this mountain.
But no doorways of any form.
Not that you found.
I make my way back to the party.
This may seem crazy, but What if we let the lava out?
How?
Break the chains, release them from the wall. All we would need to break was one or two, and it would tip over.
Yeah, Kothar, I think you're on chain breaking duty. I'm afraid those are 10 feet wide, and I'm not built like that.
Perhaps.
These are massive black steel chains, just to remind you guys.
What if we
Also, how we got here,
investigate-
right? So how would we get back?
True. Could I be?
We worry about that whenever we're drowning in lava.
Honestly, I can tell you that if you try to jump off, you will just float straight up. It's fine.
I don't know if that's going to work for all of us. In a surprising role reversal, may I be the voice of reason today? Perhaps I don't break the chains right now. We'll leave that on the table for later. Would someone like to help me kind of look at these statues in a little more detail? Can we get up on them, or is there like a lake of lava between us?
No, you guys are on the center platform where they are. The lake of lava is surrounding you guys in the metallic bowl.
Yeah, and this is gonna sound really dumb.
Yeah.
Hot. Like, does the lava? Is there heat coming off of the lava?
There
what I'm
indeed is
asking.
heat coming off of the lava.
Okay, never mind.
Kothar and whoever else, or unless Kothar's taking advantage, make an investigation check.
And I'll do Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I don't want to skill dogpile, so.
Okay.
With my +0.
So either both of you roll, or one of you roll with advantage.
I figured your modifiers probably poop too, so I just rolled.
19.
Damn.
13.
As the
'Cause
two
it's
of
a
you
19 on the
are
dice.
looking over the three statues, you kind of come to the first one, and as you're investigating it, you see that the jaw is like clamped shut, but looking around the edges of the jaw, you get the sense that it might open through some sort of mechanism. And as you're just like generally messing with it, you accidentally put your weight on the hands and they move. And as they move down, so does the jaw. And as the jaw opens, small amounts of smoke begin to billow out of the first one. So instinctually, you go and you check the others. The next one you pull down catches you off guard a little bit. As you pull it down, lava begins to pour out of its mouth down onto the platform in front of you. But as it hits the ground, you look and you notice that there is almost a small groove that the lava kind of fills and trickles off into the pool of lava. So you go to the last one to test the last one. Same thing, as you pull it down, but instead of lava, ice cold water pulls out of this one's mouth, and as it hits the platform and trickles off into the lava, it creates a small billow of steam.
Can I get a sip of that water though?
You definitely can.
Oh,
Is it
that-
like super
is that
fresh?
Good. Yeah.
It is the ice cold to where, like, if you drink too much of it too fast, you're gonna get a brain freeze.
Is
Spring.
this like
mountain.
give me a-
Minecraft, where the water hits the lava and turns it into stone?
You get the sense if there was enough of it, it would solidify or harden if there was enough of it, but just it hitting it instantaneously, it just eventually, like, the water doesn't even make it to the lava. It just instantaneously evaporates and creates a hot puff of steam.
Kothar, get that big dummy brain freeze. Like, you just can't stop.
after like a minute, Kothar will just turn around, like closing his eyes, like just like drool and water dripping from his mouth like a dog.
Does that? Is it as good as it looks?
It's so fucking good.
All right, let me in there, big guy.
As he comes up, I'll take my hand in there and I'll just splash it in his face.
It's probably the most refreshing thing you've felt in a long time.
I will I will go and just like take a shower under it and just like rinse the sweat, like pull the leather straps off and just like rinse my chest off and then drink it and just the whole thing.
So you're showering in it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a quick rinse.
As you're showering in it, the excess water that kind of falls over your body makes it over to the lava pit, and there is enough of it this time that the steam kind of billows up in such a manner that almost comes back and scorches your back.
Oh, it's that close. I thought it was a couple feet away.
You take 5 points of fire damage.
Oh my.
I take 2 points, I think.
Yes, because you're a tiefling.
I go up to the statues and I want to pull them in this order: lava, water, and then smoke.
How long are you holding on each one?
3 seconds.
Okay. You pull the lava one. The lava pours out of its mouth, hits the trench that is kind of below it and makes its way over, falls into the pool below.
Excuse me.
There's not enough for you to pull out to see any visible change in the level of the lava, but I mean, you know there's more in the pool now. You pull the smoke one. The smoke billows out.
No,
for a
I
few
said
seconds.
lava, water, then
Okay.
smoke.
So you pull the water one next. And as the water hits and billows down, same thing as whenever Fane was doing it, you take 2 points of fire damage. The billowing amount of steam just comes back and crashes against you. Then you pull the smoke one. About 3 seconds of this whitish smoke comes billowing out of its nostrils and its mouth and just drifts upwards into the cages above.
Are
But
we?
nothing happens.
Besides you getting a little burned? No.
I mean, I think we should just use
Do
the
we-
water.
Do we pull all of them at the same time?
I
We could
mean,
try. I thought maybe it was a sequence of events. Like there would be the lava, and then you add the water, and it creates the smoke. I thought maybe it
What
was.
what if we have to
It's a
mix
great thought, though.
a lot of the smoke with a lot of the mist? Maybe we let the water fill it up, then we pull the lava to create a lot of steam, and then we do the smoke at the same time.
How about
Maybe.
I'm on steam making duty.
I'll make the water come out.
I'll do the smoke. If so, Kotar on lava, Akare on water, and me on the smoke.
I'll do the
Uh,
lava.
Yeah.
Or the water. I'll do the water, whichever one hurts
Yeah.
us.
I'm the lava into the water, which is going to create steam no matter which order you put
You're
them
the
in.
water into the lava is what you're
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I was.
I'm on
will-
steam duty, so that
I will
The
pick
guy
Akari
without
up and
skin.
move him and do that. I will stand there.
okay, you can get burned. That's fine. You got skin.
So
When it gets
the
scalded.
three of you are pulling each one at the same time.
I think, sure, why not?
Okay. As you all pull it down, each of the varying elements begins to pour out. Kothar, you take 1 point of fire damage as most of the water just kind of like hits your feet below you and just your feet just stop it and they just kind of evaporate before it even hits the lava pool. But doesn't look like anything happened.
What if we, so
Well,
The-
climb back
the
up the
water-
chain. We're out of here.
the water is pouring into like runulets, right?
Correct.
Okay, so, and how many runulets are there?
There's one in front of each statue.
So there's one in front of the smoke statue as well.
Correct.
And is there a central pocket in the center?
No.
It's just
They're
they all
facing
three-
away from each other.
Yeah, they're all facing away from each other.
Oh shit. Okay, so I totally misunderstood. So one of them is they're all pouring things into the lava pool.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Oh man, I totally had that fucked up in my head.
Okay, that totally didn't come across.
I
Can,
think I
can they
did-
be rotated?
With a hard push, maybe, but they look like they're kind of solid.
Well, I meant the runulets, not the statue.
Oh no, they're like grooves built into the stonework.
I hate puzzles.
What
I
if
love them.
is there any marker on the central? I've fucked up. But, is there any marker in the center of the platform? Are there any indicative markers?
Not
Oh,
that
I
you
looked.
see. Yeah, Zamir already looked. Not that you guys found.
When I was investigating them, did it look like they had previously rotated, or
No, they look like they haven't moved, and I mean, there's no indication that they've moved or been moved in a long time. This whole area is kind of covered in like a fine layer of dust. Like you guys can see your physical footprints in like the dust and the debris and soot around you.
Yeah, but there's like no grooves that would indicate.
Correct. There are no
Like
grooves that would
rotation.
indicate they move.
On the walls in the directions the dragons are looking, are there any symbols, shapes? Nothing.
Not out on the cavernous walls, but make a perception check for me.
Ooh, that is a 26.
Looking out, you're kind of looking for symbols or something to show you the way out of this hot bath. Like you're drenched in sweat, you're uncomfortable, and you're just trying to find your way out. And instinctually, you just are looking for anything that looks out of the ordinary. And around the tops of the metallic bowl, about every 5 feet, you notice there are rectangle-like openings.
Hey guys, there's a rectangle-like opening.
On the metallic bowl that holds the lava.
Oh.
Do we see any
I-
rectangles around us?
Well, we are in a triad of dragons all pointing out. They're technically in a triangle.
Everybody make a wisdom check for me.
I think we're supposed to let this lava out.
That's. I was just about to say, let's just flood this bitch with lava and walk away. Say
11.
wisdom. Wow.
I
So
don't know
just
why I
wisdom?
rolled
19.
19. Yay.
19 the highest?
16.
Yeah, me and Akari got 19s.
Okay. You guys aren't extremely familiar with how, what's the word I'm looking for? Things of this nature would work, but you get the sense that if you were to somehow fill or add more liquid to the bowl, it would begin to pour out the sides.
So we just need to bang on the lava lever
Yep.
until
It overflows.
something happens.
So we let
Yeah.
the lava out, like I said from the get-go.
Yeah, but you wanted to cut the fucking chains. You wanted to, like, dangle us here.
Yeah, I guess let's just fill it with lava.
It will produce lava.
As you all pull down on the handle and the lava begins to pour out of the dragon's mouth, it hits the trench and begins to flow in. After about 20 minutes of allowing it to fill, it reaches those rectangles. It begins to pour out over the sides. And eventually, through... I don't know if anybody knows what Pythagorean's cup is. It all it siphons out all of the lava.
Does Fane know what that is? Because he doesn't understand thermodynamics.
No, apparently this place doesn't understand thermodynamics.
Ah.
It's a magical world. Doesn't always work the way the real world does.
Yeah,
As all the lava
Pythagorean's
pours
cup.
out of this metallic basin, it is glowing red hot from the lava that is sitting in it. And as you can see, there are a set of stairs. They're kind of built into the basin. These arcane runes begin to glow, and instinctually, the dragon with the ice cold water begins to open its mouth and pour in, and the steam cools the basin
I'm
below.
shocked.
And you guys can see the staircase that surrounds the outer edge of this bowl leads to another staircase that descends deeper below.
Onward.
It's dark and hell is hot.
I'm sorry, I did not think that one was that hard.
It's okay, we just don't have any fucking brain cells between the four of us. Five of
You
us.
forget our highest intelligence is a 14. But oh, are we a Dexter sponge?
I also suck at mental image, so
I'm
like
garbage
I
at
understood.
puzzles.
I understood none of that mental image,
It's fine.
which I never have. I always suck at mental imagery.
After you
Alright,
guys
let's go.
descend,
God, it was just
roughly-
me. That makes me feel better.
After
and
you
me,
guys
same hat.
descend roughly 250 feet, the stairs open into a large bridge, roughly 8 feet wide, that stretches over a black abyss. It's got these spined, stony-like edges. You guys get the sense that you'll have to walk single file down the bridge, or else you might run the risk of someone tripping and falling over the edge. Peering out, you can see
Presuming
everything.
we can see.
Getting to it.
Oh.
Peering out over the edges of this bridge as you guys kind of walk up the stairs out of this cavern and start to look over, it descends to a still dark abyss around. But there are those same chains suspending pieces of rocks throughout the air.
Can I see?
I mean, yeah, it's the room is lit. There are torches about every 5 feet down the center bridge.
Sure, I'll go first.
All right, we have Kothar taking the lead,
I'll go behind him.
followed by Zamira.
I will go in the back and keep an eye for fallers.
Go in the middle like a Keyed sandwich.
I'll squeeze up on Akare.
Akari, that only leaves one space for you.
I want to be all the way in the back.
It's
Yep.
okay. I'm used to being a tool that somebody else uses.
Man,
I guess I'll keep an eye out for anything that's gonna like trip me up on this bridge.
sure. Make a perception or an investigation check, your choice.
Oh, Perception, please. Yes, please. 10.
Looking it over, the bridge is hewn stone that looks flat. Doesn't look like there's any traps or anything out here, but there's random rocks and everything around the edges of the bridge. You get the sense that if you wanted to, you could jump over to one and be just like suspended out in the air, but there's nothing really in this room that gives you the sense of there's any traps on this bridge. But the bridge is roughly 120 feet long.
You know, I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try and fly out over the abyss.
Sure.
Do I just fucking Mario elevator up?
Nope. As you begin to fly out, you just start hovering over the abyss.
Okay. Can I go I'm gonna be like keeping a weather eye on the party on the bridge, but I'm gonna go check out some of these hanging rocks.
As you begin to fly over to the first rock, all of you are kind of looking out, watching as Fane, and you see a massive black shadow shoot up from below.
Oh.
Fane does a 26 hit.
You know it does, baby.
Grab my
Give me the
dice here.
batteries.
Was it too late for me to say that I was gonna hop on over to a little platform somewhere?
It is. 19
Next time I'm just
points
not gonna respect you,
of
Hex. I'm just gonna
slashing
say what I'm
damage,
doing.
because I rolled amazing on my damage.
Time to die.
Oh shit. Oh,
Christ.
what a great map.
Both are here.
That do be looking a little thin and precarious, if you know what I mean.
Amazing. Is that the new Zamira? It's fuzzy, I can't tell.
It is the news.
Nice.
And we have Fane, who you flew over
Wonder who painted
essentially to
that.
this rock. For this massive dragon made of shadow and bone came out of the dark edges of the room and slashed you in the back.
Matt, it is slightly out of frame. Is it? Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
sexy ass fucking dragon.
Kind of spooky.
You can see that the dragon is a skeletal of its former self, with these dancing dark shadows going in and out, forming the movement of a normal dragon with these glowing red eyes. It is staring you down, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'm assuming that's not
No.
a surprise round.
That is not a surprise round.
Okay.
A skeleton of his former self? Boy, after last year, who isn't?
On every single initiative is like a 1 or a 2.
Oh, no. Natural 1 on the dragon's initiative.
Oh shit.
I'm only asking about the surprise round, Matt, because I cannot be surprised.
Correct.
Matt, I got a 17. I'll be right back.
Okay. 15 or 20 to 25.
24.
Sloppy 20.
Sloppy 20.
Hot damn. Who I believe. I think you both have 20 in your decks, don't you?
Mine
She
was a
beat me in
24.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
talking about for the other two of you, because Fane had better. Or Fane had the same sloppy 20.
No, I think
No,
he was just remarking on my roll.
I've got a 6.
Oh, okay, we'll get to that. Alright, so we have Zamira, and then Akare. Kothar, what you got?
17 for Kedai, 14 for me.
Okay, so we have Edai, then Kothar, and then we have Fane, and then the dragon.
Quick point of order. Is this a large or
This is a huge creature.
this is a huge creature? Then I will just call up behind my back and say, somebody make me bigger!
Zamira, top of the round, what are you doing?
Okay, I am going to first step of the wind, wings unfurled,
Okay.
and I am going to. How many feet is the platform that that Fane's on from the dragon?
The dragon is like right up on Fane, so you could just fly over to that platform.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna fly over to that platform and land.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna fly over to the dragon, just straight up on him.
Remind me, does your wings unfurled end on your next turn?
It ends at the end of my next turn.
Got it.
Wait. Hold on, let me verify that it's not the beginning.
Because you guys are
Yeah,
standing over Abyss, so...
Or actually, no, never mind. It's the end of this turn. I thought it was the following turn. So yeah, I will land and not fly to the dragon. My bad,
Gotcha.
I misunderstood.
You're standing here.
And then I will... Or how much movement... Sorry. How much movement would it take me to get to the dragon and then get back to the platform? Is that possible?
Yeah, that's easy enough.
Okay, yeah, I'll run up to the dragon. I'm gonna hit him a couple times, and then I'll use the rest of my movement to go land. Sorry about that.
Go ahead, you're fine.
Beating his
Okay.
ass.
Kara, you're on
Alright.
deck. Figure out what you're doing, please.
All
I
right.
know what I'm doing, Dad.
We are going to roll to hit. That first one is not going to hit. Second attack is a 18 to hit.
Oh, they're messed up.
Bruh.
An 18 is not
You
gonna
can't
hit.
fucking do it, man.
An 18 doesn't hit?
An 18 does
Holy
not
shit.
hit.
Okay, I'm going to Fury of Blows him.
Wow, an 18 doesn't hit? Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh.
Oh, God. Oh, God, I didn't hit with none of my 4 attacks hit.
Shit.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to go back and land and cry a little bit.
Oh, Kidai, since you're just getting back, I would like to inform you that an 18 does not hit this creature.
Well, that's neat.
Mhm.
Also, Fane did call out, God, please, someone make me bigger.
I did do that.
Okay. I'm glad you did.
Hey, thank you.
All right.
Well,
So the dragon is now hovering in the air. Zamira jumps over to the first rock and unleashes a flurry of attacks on it. But as your attacks are hitting, they're just punching into these shadows, and the shadows are just reforming where your punches were, seemingly having no effect against this dragon. That is going to bring us to your turn, Akari. What are you doing?
well, I'd like to. You said this area is well lit. I would just like to get a lay of what's
So-
ahead.
The area that
This
is well lit
bridge.
is the bridge only, and about 20 feet outwards to either side. There are torches lit every 5 feet.
Mm-hmm. That totally made a lot of sense because you were totally talking into the very carefully adjusted microphone.
Sorry. There are torches every 5 feet along the spines of the bridge. So the
Right.
area of the bridge
Fine.
is well lit, and about 20 feet outwards from the bridge is well lit.
Okay, so at the very where we were heading, can I see a doorway, a way out, a?
It does appear as if there is an archway, but without your night vision goggles, you cannot see where, if there's a door there, if it leads anywhere. It kind of fades into black.
That's awesome. I will cast Hunter's Mark on the Dragon Boy, and if I can mosey my way further in the direction we were heading to try to make my way to that archway.
It will be considered difficult terrain because there's barely any room for you to move past your friends.
Well, I would like to jump. Oh, I can't jump into one of those platforms. Won't get me past. So I was gonna jump between platforms, but that's not gonna work. Yeah, sure. I'll just shove my way through my friends
Okay.
without knocking them over.
So you're taking your full 30 feet of movement?
Yep. And I'm gonna take 2 shots at Dragon Boy with the Umber Bow while I do.
15, 20, 25, 30 gets you just in front of Kothar as you're like barely squeezing by him.
A 13 and a 20 to hit.
The 20 will hit.
Okay, that's redeeming. 4 and a 4, so 8 plus 7, 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. So as you like find the area where you line up your shot and you fire and it crashes into the bone, you can see your arrows pierce into the bone and begin to splinter it ever so slightly. And you can hear it let out a low rumble as it shifts its attention towards you.
Oh. Okay. That's my turn.
Kidai, that brings us to your turn. Kothar, you're on deck.
I'm within range of Fane, right?
You are
Like,
indeed.
Enlarge reduce.
Kidai, I want to just give you a quick clarification. The stone platform which Fane is currently kind of hovering on, where he's at, if you cast Enlarge on him, it will most definitely send Zamira plummeting to the bottom of this abyss as he grows.
Oh, well, we don't like that. Why would you ask me that?
She's got slow fall. She'll be fine.
And I've got levitate. I
If
can
you'd
do
like,
things.
you could hold the spell until Fane moves away,
Oh,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do
which
that.
will get you the same effect. Just casting it on this turn
You
will definitely
You
sense
can
that they're flying.
Kedai cast it on him. I can save myself. I'll find
No,
I
I'll
got
hold it.
No.
I'll
You'd
hold
have
it
to-
for as soon as he moves.
You'd have to take an action to levitate and lose your whole turn. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'll hold it for as soon as he moves.
You got it.
Oh no, because she's flying until the end of her next turn.
She's flying until the end of her current turn. We just
Yeah.
clarified that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was.
gotcha.
I thought it went to your next turn, but it ends on the turn you're currently on.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry.
All right, that will bring us to your turn, Kothar. Kedai, did you want to move at all? I'm sorry, I didn't clarify.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. Kothar, what are you doing?
There's no room on that platform that they're on.
There is
there?
enough room for probably one more person to stand there, but that will be all of you basically standing back to back, shoulder to shoulder.
Even if I jumped out there, is that going to get me within melee of the dragon?
That will get you within melee of the dragon.
Oh, wonderful. Bonus action. Rage. As part of that, I can move 20 feet. I would like
Hell
to
yeah.
just fucking standing leap.
Got it.
Yoink.
As he misjudges and lands on top of Fane and Zamir, squishing them to death.
It's only about 10 feet, and you can jump your strength score, so Kothar can literally jump 20 feet.
Go throw on top of Fane.
18, I
Exactly
can
what
jump
Fane
18.
wants to be.
18.
That's the fanfic, baby.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my.
baby.
So,
I will pull out as I land. I'll kind of in one motion as I come down, take 2 swipes with the bone cleaving sword.
you got it.
See if we can rub bone on bone, baby.
Are you doing this reckless or normal?
Reckless. Sorry, I did not say, but I rolled at advantage, so I don't really get a choice now. 21 on the first one,
That'll hit.
28 on the second.
Oh yeah, those will both hit.
Yeah, I'm still only at +2. Hold on, where did I get the other 6 from?
By the way, Kothar, I don't know if you know this, but the Bone Cleaver Sword is a +1 magic weapon, and you were not properly attuned to it, so I fixed it for you earlier on your character sheet.
Oh! Sorry, I added custom modifications to it to make it a 1 and a 1. I was wondering why it was 9 now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would have made it a 20 and a 27 to hit.
Yep, those will both hit.
Okay. 9, 14, 16 on the first. 13 on the second.
13 on the second. The dragon has since shifted its attention from Akare towards you, Kothar, and is just staring you down with its massive bony maw.
Sorry, real quick, point of order. You said when I got the sword, it was not an attunement required.
Oh, well then I'll have to remove the attunement from it because that's why it was not calculating correctly.
Yes, I had gone in and just kind of auto fixed it.
Okay, my bad then. Because I noticed that and I was like, oh, it's not calculating correctly. I'll fix that for him. Because you're correct. It is not an attunement required weapon. That is going to bring us to your turn, Fane.
Okay, I will fly 10 feet into the air to be right around head level.
Okay.
And then I presume I get even bigger than I already am.
Edai, I assume your spell goes off? Got it.
Quick point of order, this is just for me personally. Is this a homebrew monster, Matt?
Yes.
Thank God.
We don't know.
Just curious.
It is a bone dragon, if you wish to know its real name.
Okay, cool. I was afraid it was a shadow dragon, and I've thrown shadow dragons at people before, and that they're horrifying monsters. 2 swings with... Actually, I'm going to fly around to the other side so that I'm flanking, essentially.
If
I
flying
can
10 feet
make-
upwards, 20 feet will not get you behind this monster.
Okay, then I will get as close to... I'll get as far as I can, essentially.
Because, I mean, its wingspan is like 15 feet long, and trying to fly through there is going to be next to impossible with it constantly flapping its wings to stay hovered here.
Okay, understood. So I'm going to go... why did I forget how to play Fane? I'm going to do, with Oijmir, the whip, I'm going to make an attack.
Quick clarification, just because Fane would be able to tell this. if you attempt to grapple this monster and reduce its speed to 0, you will be pulled with it because you cannot hold up a dragon plummeting to the bottom of this abyss.
Got it. I am going to. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Yeah. This is fine. Attack with Oishmere. And it's going to be a tripping attack.
Okay.
That's going to be a 12 on the first one. I presume that's going to hit.
12 is not going to hit.
Second hit with Oishmere is going to be a natural 20.
That's
That
gonna
is
hit.
also going to be a tripping attack. The first one wasn't a tripping attack because you do it after you hit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do a tripping attack. So he needs to make a DC 16 strength saving throw.
22 on his strength saving throw.
22. Okay, so he makes it. But
He big, no muscle, but big.
big boy. Wow, what a fucking big roll. 15 points of damage on the crit.
Damn.
And that's 2 attacks.
We're going to talk about
I'm
that
gonna
after the session today, by the way, just so you guys remind me. I want to rework crits
About-
because you guys have gotten so low damage on them.
Huh?
We're going to talk
New
about it
crit
after the
house
session.
roll.
I meant to do it before
Oh.
the session, and I forgot, but we're going to do it after the session because I don't want to take up time right now.
No worries. I'm going to action surge. 2 more smacks.
You got it.
First one's going to be a 27 to hit.
27 to hit, yeah.
That's going to be another tripping attack, so he needs to make a DC 16 strength saving throw.
An 18.
18 succeeds. That's going to be 12 points of damage.
12
And
points of
then-
damage.
Last attack will be with the whip as well. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
24 is going to hit.
Okay, last tripping attack. DC 16 strength saving throw.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, go ahead. I have not been taking my legendary actions this whole time.
Oh shit.
That's fine.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving
Sure.
throw.
Mhm.
That's a 17.
That saves 8 points of damage. And then bonus action quick toss. And I'm going to throw a net at him.
Okay.
Disadvantage.
You and dragons and nets, bro.
Fuck. 11.
11 will not hit, unfortunately.
Damn.
I am sorry. Good attempt, though. I love it. That
Yeah,
is going to
alright.
bring us to the dragon's turn, but just before his turn, because, he's a smart boy, he's going to go ahead and make a tail attack at you, Fane.
Oh.
I deserve that.
Which is going to be 19 to hit.
It's my AC.
That is... I just lost it there. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. And that will bring us to the dragon's turn, and everybody knows what dragons do on their first turn.
Oh.
Rip.
The dragon flies backwards. Kothar,
Kothar, why'd you do
make your
this?
attacks of opportunity, please.
You said we get
God, why
attacks of
couldn't
opportunity?
why couldn't I have one more level, Matt?
I know, I'm sorry. Attacks of opportunity, Zamira, Kothar, and Fane. Well, actually, Fane, it's not moving out of your range, so I apologize.
Point of order, since I
Um,
went reckless on my whole turn, are my opportunity attacks reckless? Because I don't think we've had to deal with this yet.
You can make an attack of opportunity at Reckless, sure.
That is a 24.
21.
21
Oh,
and
I rolled the
24,
wrong
those are
damage.
both
Hold
gonna
on.
hit.
Oh, I rolled the wrong. I rolled an unarmed strike and not a quarterstaff strike. Let's
And I
fix
should-
that.
Kothar.
10 points of damage.
Did you say 10 as well, Kothar?
Same hat, same hat.
Got it. And I should mention, as the dragon kind of moves backwards into the shadows, for all of you, it kind of disappears for a mere second before you see its maw open and these massive purple-ish flames begin to grow in its maw, and it unleashes in a 60-foot cone this massive wave of decaying energy. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please. Besides
couldn't have been-
Akare and Kidai. I believe
Couldn't have been a
Akare-
deck save.
Or I believe you were on the very edge of it. Let me see here.
Oh.
Oh no, Kari, that's gonna hit you as well.
So I need a what? A con save?
Con save, please.
You done
16.
down too early.
Oh, that no. I don't. Who am I kidding? The DC is definitely more than 12.
Fat natural 20 for a 28.
Hell
Nice.
yeah. So, let me roll some dice here.
Fane, what'd you get?
11.
Oh. Oh, no, I'm the only one that did good. That's not how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Bad news.
If only it had been a deck save, could have evasioned it, but no.
I rolled some dookie damage. That's a lot of ones
good.
and threes.
Good.
So 10, 20, 27 points of necrotic damage.
Not sure how that's dookie, bro, but okay.
So
You were-
6 for me?
Yeah.
We were in range of Fane insta-dying, pretty close to Fane insta-dying and falling into the abyss.
How much health you looking at, Fane?
I got 21 now,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure that breath could have done it.
It definitely could have. It is 10d8.
Yeah. Oh,
I rolled dookie damage.
I was sitting here doing the mental math, and I was like, "That's it. Backup character."
My hit dice are 7d10.
Brings us to your turn, Zamira. Top of the round, Akara, you're on deck.
Yeah.
And how many feet is it from me?
It is flying off in the air, and because you now have dark vision, you can see it. It is about 20 feet from you. From you to Fane is about 20 feet.
Okay, I'm just gonna do my Breath of the Dragon and shoot it in a 30-foot line, so it needs to make a deck save.
What type?
Let's give
That's
it
a
some
failure on
acid
its
damage.
deck save, I believe.
16
Yeah, that's
is
an
the
11 on his deck save.
save. Okay, well, I'm gonna give him some acid damage and see how that does. I'm not really sure what he needs.
These just
Ooh,
bones.
that's 8 points of damage.
Just bones. Acid ought to be effective.
8 points of
That's coming
damage.
out
Does
okay.
not seem like it had any additional effect, but he definitely did not like it.
Yee.
Who would like acid on him?
That is going to bring us to...
Wrong. Which is my
Batteries.
next character if Matt kills me.
Bring us to your turn, Akari, but just before your turn, he's going to take his legendary action to take his flight speed and move. And make your attack of opportunity shifts around towards you.
Talking to the mic, Matt.
I'm gonna make it with the net.
Okay.
Nope. 12.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moves into range of you, Kothar, and Zamira back to where you originally were. So back to where you are now because you flew back, I assume.
I didn't fly over. I haven't moved since I landed.
Oh, that's right. You used your breath. You used your breath weapon.
Yeah.
You didn't fly over. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Akari, that brings us to your turn. Kidai, you're on deck.
Bonus action planar warrior, 2 shots. 26.
By the way, Akari, did you
28.
make that concentration check for me?
Constant. Oh no, I did not. The DC would have been somewhere around 20 something.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
it's half.
it would have been halved, so 14.
27 halved is
Right?
yeah 14. Okay, well I did roll the 2
13 'cause
attacks.
we rolled round down. 13 'cause we
I
round
rolled the 2 attacks. So do you want those first? Or do you want me to count one of those as my con save?
No, we'll take those as your attacks.
Okay, so I had a 26 and a 28
Okay,
for the hit to hit.
both hit.
My con save is plus 3, 17.
17. Perfect, you succeed.
So we're good. Bonus action planar warrior. I believe I said that. Shit.
did.
Yes, you did.
2d6 for the hunter's mark. 1d8. Force. Okay. Actually, I gotta separate these because they're different types of damage. Or does it not matter if it's force versus piercing?
Does not matter.
Oh! Well, there goes that. So now we're just gonna roll it the good old-fashioned way. 3. Plus 6, 9. Plus the hunter's mark. 1. Great. 10 plus 7 is 17 points of force damage on the first hit.
Yep.
Second hit is 1d8 and 1d6 plus 7. 5. What is that? 6, 7 plus 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. So what did I say?
14 points
15
of
to
damage on
14?
the second one.
Matt, could you add 18 damage from the enlarged?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, that's my turn. Oh, I would like to try to go further down the bridge.
Okay. Full movement.
How far how far am I from Kidai? Because she's the only one on the bridge still.
Kidai is about 10 feet behind you.
Behind me?
Correct.
I will move exactly 20 and no more.
Okay.
So that I'm within 30 feet of her. Actually, I'll move 25. So I'm within 35, because my movement is 35.
You got it. All right,
That's
Kidai,
fair.
that brings us to your turn, but just before your turn, he is going to make a bite attack as a legendary action against you, Kotar, which will be at advantage because you reckless. Gotta find it here. 31 to hit.
Yes. There's a reason I go reckless.
24 points of piercing damage, cut in half to 12.
Okay.
And that brings us to your turn, Kidai. Kothar, you're on deck.
Can I get a status update for everybody?
I think Fane's probably the only one looking pretty hurt,
Fane.
but he's also flying out.
Rad.
He's also flying out in the middle of the room with no way for you to get to him,
Yeah,
at least currently.
I was kind of thinking about that too. So, just know that I am. Well,
I am very sorry, Fane, but you will perish.
hold on. Healing word I can do long range, right?
What's the
Or
range
no?
on that?
Okay,
60.
60.
You can definitely get him.
And I can do that as a bonus action.
Although Kidai,
just-
you cannot see him currently because he is out in the darkness.
Oh.
I think you just have to hear them.
But what about his glistening abs? Aren't they glinting off some sort of light?
Go ahead and read healing word for me. Do you have to be able to see the target?
I do have
Creature of my choice that I can see within range.
burning red eyes.
Roll a d20 for me. On a 15 through 20, you can see him. Just a hint of him.
I'm so sorry. That was a 1.
It's okay. Bless you for trying. I got
Okay.
a little something I can do.
Just,
It'll
you're
also-
in my thoughts. You're in my thoughts.
And soon our
Um,
prayers.
Oh God. That,
So
uh,
many
Can I
memories.
do...
that comment about the sad moment in the books becoming all too real.
I know.
Oh,
I was
God.
thinking about that.
Oh shit.
I've been
Oh,
doing a
fuck.
lot of mental
Fane,
calculations.
get back on this bridge now. I've got cure wounds.
Fane is realizing how mortal he truly is.
Can I do call lightning without hitting any of my friends or no?
I believe call lightning, you specify the 5-foot space you call it in, so yes.
It's 120 feet.
Right, but you
Yeah, but
specify
you
the
then
5-foot.
strike.
Yeah, you specify the 5-foot place where the lightning strikes.
It will
Right,
drop in
so
larger
that's what
than
I'm
you
saying.
saw in
Like,
Fane.
if I can hit him without hitting
It
any
is a
of my
concentration
people,
spell, so Fane will no longer be enlarged.
I would have to drop. Shit, you're right.
That's okay.
You're right.
No. Drop it because I couldn't restrain him and I'm out of nets, so you can drop it.
Okay, I'll drop it, and I'll do call lightning at 3rd.
Fucking metal.
Oh yeah, let's do it. What's my save?
16.
Dex.
16 dex.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
Oh shit. I was prepared for the bad news, Matt. Okay.
Not a very
47.
dexterous dragon, but a very strong one.
Well, we know that now. That's good.
A thick boy, to be sure, but a welcome
The
one.
thickest boy, but not very dexterous. Where did my D10 go? It's lost. Hold on, sorry. You can. I'm sorry, my head's all over the place right now.
You're
13.
perfectly fine. 15 points of damage?
13,
13, you got it.
right? Yeah. And it keeps going, from what I remember.
Correct. You can continue to do it every turn.
Okay. I'll keep those nearby then.
All right. That is going to bring us to the end of your turn. He is going to make a claw attack against you, Kothar.
I'm still here.
Again at advantage.
If it's over 18, it hits.
Yeah, it's a 17 on the die plus things.
Yes.
He's got
Oh.
-1.
Almost knocked over my beer, but there was no beer left.
Oh, that's a sad story.
I know.
Tragedy.
18 points of slashing damage, cut in half to 9, Kothar.
Okay. I'm standing.
You guys get the sense that this Kothar is fixated on, or sorry, that the dragon is fixated on Kothar at this current moment.
This Kothar is fixated on the dragon too. Don't worry. You were
Oh,
also
I know. I know. That brings us to your turn, Kothar. Fane, you're on deck.
I would like to whack. I'm gonna continue to scrape bone on bone, reckless, baby.
Got it.
I'm gonna stab some shadows. Oh, that's piss poor. First one's gonna miss. Second one is an 18, which will also miss.
18 just barely misses. I'm sorry.
Yep. Yeah, bonus action. I will bite into darkness.
And get a little taste of the shadow.
Darkness. Hey,
I made up for every roll I've ever had with 2 natural 20s at advantage, which means nothing.
Hey!
That's pretty sick.
$16 points of bite damage.
16 points of bite damage. You got it.
And I'll take my 5 temp.
5 temp. Oh yeah,
Does the darkness drip from my mouth? I'd like to imagine it does.
it definitely does.
oof.
And it
That
has
was-
a
Dirty.
it has a very like
Is
a
it
black
spicy?
licorice flavor to it.
Oh, I fucking love black licorice. Yes!
There you are.
Success.
Tastes
Fane,
like a
what are
whole
you
bottle
doing?
of Jägermeister.
All right, just out of curiosity, how's the dragon looking?
Hard to tell from from your point. You know he's definitely taking damage, and you can see the bones across his wings and his abdomen area where you guys have been hitting have definitely begun to splinter and crack, but the shadows have not changed in their form.
Okay. And how far is it from me to the bridge?
To the
I'm
bridge.
guessing it's yeah.
Let me count it out here for you.
Either the platform or the bridge.
It is 30 feet to exactly where Kidai is, so it'll that last bit of movement will basically be you squeezing onto the bridge next to her.
All right. So with Fane realizing just how close he is to the edge of everything, I will.
glory.
Yeah, of glory for sure. I will take.
Just for clarification, that is flying directly in front of the dragon, which will provoke attack of opportunity.
What about?
Disengage.
No, I'm gonna bonus action. Second wind.
Got it.
Real quick.
This is a bold strategy, Cotton.
For 13 points of healing, which puts me
Nice.
at 34. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Shoot, sorry. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna take the 30 feet straight to where Kidai is.
Okay. He'll take his attack of
And-
opportunity at you.
But before I move out of his space, I'm gonna make my 2 attacks while I'm there.
Got it.
First attack is gonna be fucking an 11 to hit.
I'm sorry that does not hit.
Second one's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That is going to hit.
All right, tripping attack. Last dicey dice. So he's gonna make
This could change his
Dec-
attack of opportunity.
a
Good.
DC 16. Oh, this is different, I think, because I can grapple one size larger, but trip attack says if the target is large or smaller. Is that affected by my size?
Mm. You're
Well,
no
you're no
longer
longer
enlarged,
big.
so it doesn't matter in this point.
Oh, that's right.
But we'll revisit it offline.
Okay, so if that's the case, then
It's a 20 on its tripping attack, though.
so in that case, I will do a maneuvering attack,
Sure.
and I can use my reaction to move half my speed without provoking opportunity attacks from the target. of my
Hell
attack.
yeah.
Look
So
at this guy.
that will get me well within.
I mean, yeah. You could even back into the hallway out of its sight if you wanted to.
Because you still have some of your actual movement too.
Yes, yeah. So that would be fantastic. I would like to go hallway.
Okay. So you kind of like back down the stairs, out of its sight, ever so slightly. Oh, Bane falls to the
Just
Oh,
barely out
that's-
of line of sight.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's me all the way down at the end. Okay.
And that's going to be 9 points of damage. Or, excuse me, 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. You got it. All right. He is then going to take his last opportunity attack, and against you again, Kothar.
Bring it, dog.
Oh, that one's low.
He still has advantage.
It was an advantage. I rolled a 2 on the die for a 16 to hit.
Miss. Damn. I will duck out of the way this time.
It's big.
That will bring us to the dragon's turn, who we will roll to see if he gets his breath weapon back. He is then going to take his 3 attacks into you, Kothar, but before that he is going to do his Frightful Presence. So everybody but Fane, because Fane cannot see the dragon, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
I can see him because I still don't have dark vision.
Oh,
He moved into the bridge now, so he is within the light.
Sorry, you said wisdom.
Correct. Wisdom.
Oh,
9.
yes.
Oh
Yes.
no, 9. Also 9.
19.
Same hand.
19! Same
2 of you
hat!
succeed. 2 of you fail.
Oh,
Zamira, Kidai, you are now considered frightened of this massive shadowy dragon.
That do be making sense.
Just so you remember, frightened creatures have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls at the sorcerer sphere is within range, and creatures cannot willingly move towards the sorcerer sphere. So, just so you guys know. That is going to bring us to his 3 attacks against you, Kothar.
Yep.
First one, 17 plus things for a
Yep.
bite attack. Uh, 16 points of piercing damage, cut in half to 8. 2 claw attacks. 19 to hit.
Yep.
$19 points of slashing damage, cut in half to 9. Finally, a natural 20 on his last claw attack.
Okay.
Ooh. Oy.
Ooh, I rolled max damage.
Oy.
Fuck.
So 24 points of. Hold on. God, I can't do math. 32 plus 8 is 40, so 40 cut in half, so 20 points of slashing damage for you after it's halved.
Okay.
How's
I am
Kothar
up.
looking? You looking like a burlap sack? What's going on over there?
Kothar would be considered bloodied, but he is still technically very much conscious.
Jeez.
Top of the round,
Same
Samira,
here.
what are you doing?
Okay. Well, you fucked up my plan because I'm scared of it.
You can always take an
So-
action on your turn to try and shake out the fear. Or I think you have a monk ability, but I don't know if you have it yet.
Ooh, I don't. No, I don't think fear. I think that's poisoned and charmed. Look,
There's a mind one too.
I don't.
It's like calm mind or stillness of mind, I think is what it's
Stillness
I
of
called.
think it's
mind.
stillness of mind. I gotta-
Stillness of mind. Oh, it is charmed or frightened.
Wonderful.
I can use the action to end it. So yeah, I'm gonna use the action to end it.
Nice.
Can I still make 1 attack,
And with your bonus
or
action,
do I have to take the first attack?
your bonus action can just be your offhand. It's just a punch.
Okay. Can I punch it from here? Or do I have to fly at it?
No, it's hovering right in front of you because it came at
Okay.
Kothar.
Yeah, I am going to lightning damage its face with my fist.
I think rules is written, and you can obviously overrule this. You have to attack first in order to do your bonus action attack. But I don't.
See, that's
play
what
monk.
I thought. But I mean, I get 2 attacks as an action. So could it stand to reason
Yeah,
that?
but your action is the stillness of mind, so you don't get 2 attacks because you're using your action. The attack
Well,
action
I'm-
gives you 2 attacks.
Okay. So then I can't do anything, but I'm not frightened anymore.
Correct.
That's fine.
Oh, you can now that you're not frightened, you can move closer if you'd like. But
I mean,
that's
it's
the
already
thing you
right
can
up
do.
on her. But
No.
yes.
I'm not afraid anymore.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Zamira?
Yep.
At the end of your turn, it is going to go ahead and swipe around and take a tail attack at you.
Is its tail considered a projectile?
No. 18 to hit.
Nope.
Your turn, Akari. What are you doing? Kidai, you're on deck.
I am going to 2 shots at it. So Fane landed. Sorry, real quick before I actually do that. Fane landed on the opposite side of me from Kidai, right? So I can't reach
Correct.
Fane. Okay.
You,
2
yeah,
shots.
you would not be able to reach him.
2 shots at it. Yes. 21 and 19.
19 is his AC.
All right. I will, as I'm drawing these black arrows, I will also shout out and comment, "Don't you turn your back on me, you piece of shit." And oh, well, too late for bonus action planar warrior. That's fine. 10. I'm rolling all the damage as one go, so it's easier for you. 13. 27 points of damage for both strikes.
27 points of damage. You got it.
Yep.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to take attack against you, Kothar. 18
That is my AC.
for 13 points of slashing damage, cut in half to 6.
To 7.
6.
That's right, we round down on here. I always forget which games
Okay.
we round down and round up in.
Kidai,
I'm still conscious.
Kidai, that's your turn. Kothar, you're on deck.
Okay, so here's my question. I can only bonus action healing word at first level.
Nope.
It says first level.
You can upcast it all the way to 4th. You can upcast it at 9th if you really wanted to, assuming you have the slot.
Oh. And I can still cast a spell that same round.
A cantrip.
You cast a cantrip, not a leveled spell. But you are
So
you
I
can
can't.
already
What I'm saying is I
concentrating-
can't do the lightning again
You're
and
already,
heal
you're already
first.
concentrating.
No,
on
you're
that.
already concentrating on it. That's just an action to pull it.
Correct.
Yeah. So you can do
Okay.
both. You can do
That's what I was
lightning.
asking. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Then I will do that, and I will do a.
Kothar probably needs it more.
Nope, I'm doing pretty good.
We got-
Also, you're right there. You came to me.
That's right.
Well,
Alright.
we'll do a cute little cheeky little third level.
Big
A
heals.
little third level.
Big heals.
It was
Mhm.
healing word or cure wounds.
Big heals from even
This
bigger
is-
hearts.
This is
Healing
healing
word.
word if you want to do bonus action.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, nice, nice. Nice. 15.
I take those.
You take those. That's yours. And then I do the lightning.
Dex save on me.
16. Yep.
That's cocked. Natural 1.
6 and 2 and 3. 11 plus. Where's the lightning? 11.
11 points of damage. You got it.
And I feel it is my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to your turn, Kothar. What are you doing?
Oh, no more wax legendary? That's fine.
It has one left.
Oh.
and it's saving it.
I'm kidding. What's up?
Never mind.
I'll take 2 more reckless swipes. We're just 2 boys standing in a hallway punching the shit out of each other until one of us goes down. And I'm confident it's gonna be me. 21, 22,
Gonna hit.
higher,
It's gonna hit.
23. Oh, fuck, piss poor. 10. Better. 16. 10 and 16.
26 altogether. You got it.
Yep.
The splintering of these bones on this dragon are spidering outwards. This shadows seem to have no issue holding it together, but you get the sense much more damage and these bones will crumble to dust.
Can I try again? I accidentally rolled d8s.
What are you supposed to roll?
D10s.
I will just add 2 damage for your last one to
Okay.
compensate.
Okay, sorry.
You're fine. So 13 damage. Still looking fairly hurt. At the end of your turn, Kothar, it is going to unleash a bite attack at you. 16 plus things.
Yep.
19 points of piercing damage cut in half to 9. That is going to
I'm
bring us
alive.
to your turn, Fane.
All right. When I pop out of cover, how close am I?
About 10 feet. He's about 10 feet, hovering 10 feet out by the platform where your two friends, just swiping back and forth at the two of them and swinging its tail around with like these purplish like flames gathering in its mouth.
Okay. I will channel Akare by bringing out Akare's longbow, popping around the corner, and holding just barely in sight, and shoot 2 arrows at him.
You got it.
It's be a 21 on the first hit,
21's gonna hit.
and an 18 on the second hit.
18 misses, unfortunately.
All right. That's going to be 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. You got it.
And then I will pop back behind like Akari would.
You got it. That brings us to the dragon's turn. We will see if he gets his breath weapon back. Three attacks against you, Kothar. You know the drill.
Bring it, dog.
Should have just burned them all, like the sinners they are.
Ooh, 19 on the die for the bite attack.
That'll hit.
Low damage though. 10 points of piercing damage as I rolled 2 1s.
So 5 to me.
So 5. And 2 slash attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Another 19 on the die.
Yep. Kothar plays his role.
9 points after I have it.
Yep.
Final one. A third 19 on the die.
Bring it.
Bad. Feels bad. For max damage, which is 24 cut in half to 12.
Irrelevant. I'm unconscious
Oh.
For the first time ever.
for the first time ever.
So,
I was just
Samira, right next to you. As this dragon unleashes its final blow, its claw comes down, sinking in between, like his head just goes between the two toes of this bony dragon, sinking its claws into Kothar's shoulders. As he rips them out, Kothar just falls to his knees and face plants in the rock in front of you.
There's a small smirk on his face.
Top of
I
the
wish I
round,
could do
Samira.
something about it. All right, I am going to take some wax at him.
Got it.
Okay. Please actually hit him this time. That is a 21 to hit for the first one.
21 is gonna hit.
Yeah, it is. 10 points of damage from that one.
What type of damage is this again?
That's just from my quarterstaff. It doesn't have a type of damage.
Gotcha. Well, it means bludgeoning. But yes.
Oh, yeah. And then that is a 22 to hit for that one.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
So that one's going to be 9 points of damage, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to give him one unarmed strike. And that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And this one is going to be, let's give him lightning damage.
Okay. How much damage?
9.
9. As you punch into it and the lightning crackles throughout the bones, you don't get the sense it had a more of effect, just normal as your punch would.
Okay.
At
That's
the
it.
end of your turn, the dragon is feeling ruthless and it's going to take an attack against you, Kothar.
At advantage
Oh.
because I'm prone.
Yep. Oh,
Can I dive in front of him?
a natural 1 and a natural 2. but I believe a natural 2 for 16. Oh no, that does not hit.
Nope.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay then. Not gonna say I'm upset about that, but that's very unlikely to
I
happen.
want to kill him.
Akari,
It's the only realistic thing it would do.
Alright, that brings us to your turn.
Can I make it to Kothar?
With a dash action.
I will draw and knock 2 arrows and loose them at this boy, and I swear to fuck. Okay. 22 and a 24.
Those both hit.
Forgot the planar warrior again. I'm no good at this ranger thing. Is good. The hunter's mark. Better. Wow. Boy. 26 points of damage. Oh.
How would you like to do this?
I want to, as I draw and knock both Umbra arrows, I kind of have that plate extended in my hand, but then I recognize that if I lose both of these arrows, I won't be hitting my target, so I recede the plate. That would be for planar warrior to give it an extra bit of force damage. And instead, I kind of split the fingers, targeting right where the bones meet each of its wings, and I loose to shatter them.
And as you do, the bones just begin to splinter and fall apart as the dragon lets out a billowing roar and plunges into the deep, dark abyss below.
I would like to move the 35 or whatever. I know we're no longer in initiative, but to get near Kothar.
Oh, I was
You
gonna do
run-
the same thing.
You run straight over to Kothar.
Well, I'm sure by the way that actions would work out, Kita would beat me. So
She would.
Second level cure wounds.
So you guys watch as Kidai, just without even thinking or looking, jumps from this platform, landing over onto this rock that is suspended by the chains in the air, reaches down and places her hand on Kothar. And you guys see, in the dark dimness of this light of this rock that's kind of floating out there, a slow glow of green that kind of emanates from her hand.
I'm gonna grab him by his little lizard jaws.
Little's a stretch there, but yes,
well,
you do.
as big as my hand can go.
Yes.
And wait until his eyes open. It's 20 points, by the way. And as soon as his eyes open, don't you fucking do that to me again. And throw him back down.
Yes, ma'am.
Kothar's eyes will just kind of go wide, and I'll. Sorry. Sorry.
Little head pats, and then I'll walk away.
Spoiler alert, I failed my first death save because
I
I
saw.
imagined I would have had at least 1 between the jump.
It would have been very close, but because her turn comes right before yours, and she could have done that before your death save. So
I had Revivify ready.
I remember testing my death saves and realizing I would have been big folked.
So, Kothar, you now have the tiny visage of Kidai kind of hovering above you as you awake back to consciousness. And that is where we're going to take break.
I thought he was about to say that's where we're gonna end tonight's session, and I was gonna full on rage. I was like, what?
Nope.
Stressful.
Yeah.
The
You know, I-
train of thoughts that went through my head when he said he does the shadow breath weapon, I was like, "There's nothing." There's
I legitimately did not roll above a 3 on that. Like, that is the most piss poor roll I've ever seen.
You had to get like 1 standard deviation above average, and Fane would have been gone forever.
Yeah, no,
You would have just plummeted
my
down
fear
below.
level,
Which, I mean, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you guys how deep it is.
my fear level would have kept growing because early on, like post first round or something, Fane was like, "I'm not looking good," and I was like,
Let's just
"That's not good."
Let's just say, you guys remember that conversation pre-campaign where we had, where if we said somebody was flying and they lost consciousness and they fell, and like technically rules is written, they only lose 2 death saves as they slam into the bottom? This would have been that
Yeah.
instance where like I would have maybe overruled it that like you
That's
just
different
splatter.
because there's a giant fucking pit of blackness. You know, it's like Gandalf falling down with a Balrog.
That would have been.
But that was the example I gave whenever I said like, you know, whenever that instance happens. Very similar.
Yeah. That would have been a discretionary call that I would have very much understood in that situation.
Yeah, you just fell into the abyss. Congrats.
Congratulations, Matt. You knocked me unconscious. How's that feel?
It feels pretty good. Not gonna lie.
See, next time, Matt,
So-
just bring out a dragon that does psychic damage with its breath weapon,
Oh,
and just say
God.
"fuck you, Kothar."
So like the DM or the monster manual shadow dragons.
Oh yeah,
have a
very
breath-
scary.
Terrifying because their breath, if it knocks you unconscious, you are instantly dead. And if I remember correctly, not revivifiable because your soul is sucked out of your body and turned into a
Yeah.
dragon.
Oh.
This
So you need
is
true
Amazing.
resurrection.
This is a bone shadow dragon, a homebrew of my own making. Whatever magics created this, I won't reveal anything, but the shadow kind of directs the bone and creates the dragon.
Shadow brain. Yeah, one of the first times I've been relieved even to see a homebrew monster.
But guys, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take our break. We'll be on break, 4 or 5 minutes, whatever it is. Don't go nowhere. See what happens.
Walk away, Matt, so we can have some glorious side conversations
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
between
yeah, I
us and
know.
chat. So yeah,
I gotta pee.
Uh-huh.
that's wonderful. Hey, Kothar,
Yeah.
you were looking kind of thick on that front line there, bub. Looking like you really held your own. You were looking like a slab of ribeye. You know what I mean?
Kothar looked like when you go to Texas. You ever been to Texas?
I have been through Texas before. It was a long time ago.
You ever eaten at a steakhouse there?
That I can't. If I did, I don't remember. I was young. I was very young. I'm sure that I did. I just don't have any specific memories.
Not Texas.
Are we talking like a fat, thick cut steak, like a big old juicy boy where you cut it and it doesn't matter if it's been ordered well done, it's still bleeding on the inside because it's so dang big.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Are you trying to find a picture to send to just me? I'll tell you what, chat. The map scroll is a beautiful thing, but you miss out on a lot of stuff while we're on break. I get to see Zach and Lissa's dog just moseying about. I get to see, when Hex is wearing short shorts, I get to see some thigh. And we make all sorts of ridiculous gestures at each other, and then the only thing you're really privy on is when we talk amongst ourselves, while we presume that Matt's gone, but we don't have any proof.
Hex can back me up. There's a place called Salt Grass Steakhouse.
That actually sounds familiar.
It's a chain around Texas, and they have oh god, correct me if I'm wrong. They have a 48-ounce ribeye, bone-in ribeye.
That's absurd.
I've never had it before. But
I watched
almost-
someone order it.
It's just like a plate full of beef.
Yes.
The whole plate is
To be fair, we were on per diem, so
What is 48 ounces in pounds?
4, 3.
Yeah, it's divided by, okay.
It's
yeah.
3 pounds. He ordered a 3-pound rare ribeye,
Jeez.
and I watched this tiny little man consume all of it.
You can't order a 48 ounce rare. You can't get the center to be anything by the time you've blasted the outside.
if you can, you can.
Only way you could do it is reverse searing it for an hour and a half, like a fucking roast.
No. You basically, when it's a steak that big, it's more the thickness. You just reverse sear it, and you usually just don't bake it afterwards or do anything else or any grilling. You just sear it. That's basically it.
Yeah, but wait, so you can order a 48 ounce rare, and they're gonna reverse sear it there while you're sitting there for an hour and a half.
No, it wouldn't take that long. It'd take 2-3 minutes aside.
Reverse searing?
Yeah, reverse searing is when you
Regular
sear it.
searing.
Yeah,
Well,
regular.
reverse-
No, it
reverse-
was regular thickness. this. It was just
Fucking massive. Oh, okay,
Yes.
never mind. I'm sorry, I was imagining like a whole pork, like not a whole pork, a whole beef shoulder or something like that size, 48 ounce, like big and thick.
A reverse sear is when you sear it first and then put it in the oven or grill it or whatever.
Yeah.
A normal sear is where you grill it and then sear it.
A reverse sear is where you bake it low and slow in the oven and then throw it on high heat on the grill.
You're right. I had my shit
That's
fucked
why they
up.
call it reverse. No, I mean you're all good. I watch a lot of watch a lot of food YouTube and reverse sears.
That's how
so it's really fun.
I cook all my steaks reverse sear, so I don't know why I had that backwards in my head.
I
But-
cooked
I
them all on a
genuinely-
grill.
I
Just-
genuinely do love reverse sear. I think it's a foolproof way.
Yeah.
I think
agree.
it takes all of the what little challenge most people would consider exists, or some people would consider exists, is almost entirely removed when you do a reverse sear.
Just
I'm a-
blast it
I'm
on
a-
a grill.
Emma will tell you I make a good fucking steak.
Oh, you're gonna pat yourself on the back, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
You
know.
know,
That
she's
look on
char-
her face
she's-
said otherwise.
She's characteristically very
I-
quiet right now.
I wasn't paying attention.
How
No.
would you? How
He
would you
does.
rate
He
the
does
steaks?
make very good steaks.
Thank you. Fuck. God.
You heard it here first, and from
Oh,
the
I was finally about to stand up.
source.
go ahead.
Well, see ya. See, I kept him busy all break. That one's on me, but I don't
was
apologize.
listening to you guys talk about steak.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You've got a wireless headset as well. Yeah, we just talk about random shit while you're gone.
I know.
And
Some of it.
hopefully,
some of it
hopefully
I
some
wish
eagle-eyed,
wasn't for chat to hear, but you know.
yeah, some eagle-eyed people at Twitch will probably one day hear it, and that'll be the end of us. We'll say something too lewd, too spicy.
We would never.
All right,
Really?
well, while we're sitting here talking, anyways, I'll run it by you guys. So, I want to rework the critical damage, or the way we do crits, and you guys can tell me if you like the idea, if you don't like the idea, and we'll just keep it the way it is, or we'll move to the new one after tonight's session. But essentially, it's going to be whatever your damage dice is, it's max damage on the first die, and then you roll an additional die for the extra damage. So there's still potential for you to roll double, but in average, it's going to come out with you doing more damage just because the amount of low rolls you guys have been getting and getting under damage on crits. Like, you guys will crit one turn and then do more damage on a normal roll the next turn, and it feels very
Right.
lackluster.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I will say that works. If we wanted something a little bit closer to what is regular, what you can do is double the amount of dice that you roll, not the number on the dice. And that statistically, mathematically gets you closer to the median. When you roll
It's
two,
statistics,
like
so
for
remember-
example,
Just remember,
instead of
however we
one
change it,
d6
the
on a
enemies
crit,
get the
you would
same
roll
thing.
2d6.
It only raises. It gets you closer to the median, but it only raises your floor by 1.
Hmm.
So median is fine, but the point Matt's trying to make is that we are not even close to the median half the time. And a lot of times I do roll my crits double dice instead of doubling the dice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Usually I leave that up to a GM distinction just so they know what I'm doing, but
And we'll
I guess
talk
it
about
doesn't
it.
really
We'll
matter.
talk about it more after the session and more offline. Because remember,
No,
anything.
I totally agree with what your suggestion is. Just recognize that your suggestion is always going to put us at least like decent middle damage, which is if what we want, is natural 20s to be effective, then I totally agree. I was just throwing out there that like that is
I think that's a yes. for me.
mathematical. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I think what he's trying to say is yes.
So
It's a
I'll-
yes for me.
I'll go
but
ahead and
with
tell
the
you,
other idea.
Kothar, because we're still waiting on Kidai. But essentially, what I was saying is the way we want to rework natural 20s, or the way I'd like to, just because it seems like a lot of the time you guys roll and people roll below average damage, and then you'll roll a normal attack the next turn and have better damage than what your critical was, which thematically just doesn't make sense. So the way I would like to change it, and this has to be a unanimous decision, is your first die, no matter what, you don't have to roll it. It's just max damage of whatever the weapon does. Your second one then is the critical damage, plus whatever your modifiers are. So you end up more middle of the road, but more often than not, you're going to get better damage than what we've been seeing so far.
I have heard that rule before. I was going to implement it in my home game. I'm cool with it.
Okay.
How would that work? So that would basically like if I rolled like with your enlarged damage, I had a D8, a D6, and a D4. So it would be 8, 6, and 4 plus a rolled 8, 6, and 4 plus modifier.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
It
that.
makes them very impactful. especially like, for example, if Kedai marks something with Fairy Fire and I have a Hunter's Mark, then I Planar Warrior, it's gonna be nasty.
So it definitely makes your crits feel more like a crit than some of these low crits that we've been seeing.
Right.
Yeah, I
real
feel like
quick-
I've rolled a 1 or a 2 on like all of mine.
Real quick before you jump back in, Matt, Kedai's back. I was kind of hoping to knock this out before she got back. It doesn't matter. Let's do some healing, shall we? Because some of you guys are beat.
I mean,
who
would
needs
you
healing?
like to like take a short little breather?
A short rest for sure.
Okay,
Let's
well,
get-
then we'll jump back into the game if you're ready, Matt.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Because I would like to go check out that archway, the end of the bridge.
Sure.
See if we can get out of this fucking cavern.
So, as you guys depart the room that has these hanging rocks and this narrow spined bridge in it, entering into the next room, you follow and the bridge kind of widens and turns into a slightly larger hallway, maybe roughly 12 foot wide. There are multiple stone dragon skulls on either side of the wall lining kind of the floor at varying levels. There are some at head level, some at chest level, some at foot level, of just varying staggering levels across the walls going down this hallway.
Did we check the body, or are we just not?
The
The
body
body
descended
Fell
into the black
abyss.
below.
Oh, dope. Love that.
I shot its
Love that for
wings
us.
off. It's gone.
Neato.
Unless Fane wants to fly for an hour and a half.
Yeah, right.
I would like to, if everybody's okay with it. Sorry for controlling this. Can we just stop inside the threshold of the archway
Easy, yeah.
and do whatever we're gonna do here, so we're not in the middle of that.
That works for Fane.
So short rest, whatever. If you guys need a cure wounds, let me know.
I should
I
be
will
good for
take
short
a
rest.
short. Yeah. Grab some D8s.
I will during this short rest, DM, if you'll allow it. I'd like to wander slightly back into the room and just give that abyss a good old fashioned listen.
Make a perception check.
Also, I'm assuming that my nets are pretty much gone.
You can sure try and fly down and look for them.
Okay, that's what I just make sure they went into the abyss and
They did
didn't
go into
just-
the abyss.
Okay, that fucking sucks.
I am sorry. But you can always find more. Or make more.
We'll make you more. Yeah, we'll make you. Like I can't make them net. Come on.
Do I have enough materials to like start working on one?
You have 50 foot of hemp and rope. You could try and turn it into a net, but that will get rid of your 50 foot of hemp and rope.
Give him mine too if he's gonna do it.
I can fucking fly, my guy.
Okay.
I don't need a rope.
You can definitely start to do it. It will cause you guys a short rest to take an extra 15 to 20 minutes, and it will not finish in this time. Just because you're not taking the time to actually rest, you're working on something. It'll take a longer time for the short rest.
I'll wait till later.
So about 45 minutes to an hour goes by. Akari, what was that perception check?
Natural 20 for 25.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
The
And
room...
then I could have critted the dragon.
Actually, I will just play the sound of what you hear.
It's just a bunch of wind.
Never-ending abyss.
There's a voice just very soft that says, "Fuck you, Akari."
Fuck you, Akari. Thank you. You smell bad.
Fucking sad boy, bitch.
Why are you here? Okay. It was just a quick listen, so I'll sit down with the rest of the group inside the archway.
You're a sentient lamp, Akari.
I hate you guys
Oh
so
my
much. God damn it.
Wow, that was a deep cut. Wow. If I was a metagamer, I'd be
All right.
sabotaging you at some point.
Everybody
if you
can
treat
go
me
ahead
bad.
and roll all of their or I shouldn't say all, whatever hit dice they so wish to roll.
All 7. Here we go.
Six of my 7.
6 of your 7? Jeez.
I rolled 6 of my 7, and I used a healer's kit charge on me at the very beginning of it, and
Perfect.
that gets me to full.
I'm gonna take.
That
I
is
rolled
nuts.
2 1s.
14.
I'm gonna take 4 hit dice.
I did 5.
Fane's over here like, do I really want to spend those? I need them for my sword.
I rolled a
I've been-
1, a 1, and a 3.
I haven't used any since we had the fight with.
I've noticed.
because I realized that could put me in a super bad spot.
I've
I
noticed.
rolled like a superstar on those hit dice. 7, 8, and 9.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt. I just remembered that I had those bags of fragrant herbs that grant us 1 temporary HP every time we smoke them.
Yeah, I added all those to your
Uh,
inventory for you.
Thank you.
We getting high down here?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll some up, and whoever wants one, go ahead and just
Easy enough to pull some paper
temporary
out
HP.
and make makeshift joints. Everybody who smokes one can take 1 temporary HP.
I'm
But-
taking
Hell
one of
yeah.
those.
For the next hour, everything is basically funny to you.
I'm not taking one of those.
I've been
Not
here
for one
before, huh,
second.
Matt?
Yeah, you have.
In our home game. Question: does Akari feel anything? I guess this is in line with the alcohol question too.
Is this a general question or a specific question?
Not so much for Akari.
Does he feel anything? Yeah. Does Akari feel anything in general? Just like
Akari
There's
does
actually an answer
feel
to that
does
question.
feel things, but yes, you don't really catch
Yeah.
any sort of like.
Beep boop bop
Like,
beep boop
yeah.
boop, bop.
Are
There's
things
no,
funny to him? Like, does
For him, it's just
Oh my God,
for
he's
him
got
he
a
just
sense of
feels a
humor
little
now.
bit bolstier, but
Well, actually, DM, you would probably remember because you remember this game like a hawk, and I am not the greatest player. Have I told them the one thing the Micaiah gave me?
nope.
Okay, then then you have no idea. Yeah, I feel things. I'm cool. I'm hip. I'm with it.
If
This is
I only had
pretty
good shit. I'm not gonna lie.
What are you doing, fellow kids?
Hello, fellow.
All
Hello,
right.
fellow kids.
Let's try and
As
keep.
Amir's like air goes around her, it kind of like she like feels like it's tickling her and just giggles as her own air moves around her.
Point of note: Kothar does not.
So, Matt, we've gone into
Both
one of
are
the most
just not?
dangerous places on this island, and then we got high.
Yup.
Duh.
Okay, I'll take that charge away.
Do you have 100 charges?
Yes.
Kothar's got to smoke like 4.
Bane will like take one tiny hit, not enough to get high, but just enough to be included in the social circle.
He has like a quarter of an extra hit point.
It gets like a half extra hit point.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
after you guys finish a short rest, you're looking down this hallway now, and there are roughly 12 stone dragon heads on either side of the walls. Total 24 in total that you can see, kind of jutting out from the walls in this about 12-foot wide hallway.
Zamira, does the fact that there's 24 of them mean anything to you? I know you're kind of well versed in like dragon history and lore.
DM, does that mean anything to me? Can I make a history check?
Even with a history check, it doesn't mean anything to you. It's the semblance of 24 doesn't seem like it means anything
The
significant.
illumination in here, DM.
Torches along the walls, similar to the bridge
Okay.
behind you.
Can I check some of the mouths at the couple start here and see if they've got like an opening where they would
The mouths are
potentially
wide
be
open.
trapped? I meant where something would come out of them.
Make a perception check.
Yes. +5.
Or, sorry, investigation.
7.
If you'd like it to be perception, it will change the DC and the effect, but you tell me.
No, it's fine. I suck at investigation. 7.
As you get down and you begin to peer inside and kind of look
So
through,
Akari goes down?
you see there are multiple little holes inside the mouth, and then
Thank you, Lissa.
I
as you
got
make a
you.
dexterity saving throw as the darts come shooting out of the mouth.
Motherfucker. Yeah, 18.
18.
I got a
You
+7
successfully
on
just
Dex as well.
as you hear a mechanism release behind the dragon's head, you quickly dart back and just 3 darts shoot out into the wall across from you.
Did the trigger, kind of looking back on the situation, obviously, did the trigger seem to be that I had pressed something in the room, or like I had just crossed the sight line of it?
Across the sightline.
Boy, we're gonna look like a bunch of noodles going through this way. Oh, bendy windy. Is there a decent way to get through without crossing sight lines? And
You could try and jump from head to head going across, but it looks like you might catch a few from the other side from varying levels.
How long is the hallway?
The hallway is about 100 feet long.
Could I just sprint down it?
You definitely can, but you don't know how fast these darts are going to shoot out.
DM question, before Kothar does anything too radical, I'll kind of share that information with the group. Take out my rope, and can I hand it to Fane, who I know is very skilled with a whip? not like that. Don't do that.
Akare, I don't think now is the time for this.
And not like that, Fane. I was curious. You're really good at the. I don't know what the. It's like this when you.
You don't have to describe it. Yes, I am good at it.
Yeah. Can you like sweep the sightlines of all these dragon skulls and give us an opening?
So like whip and then run.
Like see if it even works, but you know, do that thing that you do, and see if it triggers them. They need some form of time to. I don't know.
I will snap the whip in front of the first one. I'll just use my whip.
The first one that he already investigated?
Yes, I'll snap my whip in front of that one.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Does it-
Yes, Akare, I think I can handle this. And I will take the rope and I will just like net throw where like you're going for distance, like maximum trajectory, so that the whip passes as many of them as it possibly can.
Okay, go ahead and make a general dexterity check for me to see how far you can throw. Or sorry,
Take those.
athletics.
That's gonna be the same as my. Oh no, it's actually 18.
You're able to throw the 50-foot hempen rope the full 50 feet, and it just kind of like unravels as it's flying through the air and then falls in front of about half of the room, activating all but the first one, and just thousands of arrows come flying out, or sorry, darts come flying out each of the mouths that it passed through.
In business Akare, they would call this the place where a perfect idea and perfect execution meet.
Yeah, except we're talking too much, and I start sprinting to where the end of the rope is
Same.
to kind of find myself a safe spot between all the dragon heads and the walls. You know,
Yep,
like
and eventually you guys are kind of like squished
I'm like-
between the random
I'm
dragon
poised
heads,
like this.
and you can hear the mechanisms behind the wall slowly working. What are you guys doing?
So there's still 6 ahead of us?
There is still
We got about halfway, I think.
12 ahead of you. You guys are halfway.
right.
Six
Oh,
on-
it's 24 on each side.
There are 12 on each side. So you guys passed by the first 6 on each side, which would be 12. So there's still 12 ahead of you.
Okay. Kothar will very quickly turn to the group, and you'll see the familiar like sight of rage begin to pump through him, and I'll go, I think it's time to follow me, and I'll run! I'm just gonna run.
Make a dexterity
last
saving
6.
throw at
I'm
advantage.
gonna run.
Because of your...
I'll run with him as well.
It's not necessary. I have a rope.
Natural
Can
20.
I hold on to
plus
Kothar
2.
as he runs?
It would slow him down.
No, I don't want to do that.
Zamir, you're
Fane
running
will-
with him?
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I will.
Thane will like Brad Pitt like look around, and then realizing that they're going, will just saunter after them.
It's a 24, which means I will take no damage.
Both of you will take no damage because
You,
you guys are
both
so
just wanted to
quick.
show off that you could
Just-
do it.
Run through, and the darts, like, as you guys are, like, running almost, Kothar, as you're taking up almost the majority of this hallway, and the darts are shooting up behind you, Zamira is, like, ninja jumping off the walls behind you, just above where the darts are shooting.
I will just before Fane takes off in a small saunter, I will just look at Fane and then kind of do that John Travolta from Pulp Fiction look around like and I will similarly take off on a jog alongside Fane as all the
Yeah.
mechanisms are reloading.
They deactivated for a good while, right?
They take about a minute to reload.
That was the kudos to your bravery.
Yep. I literally figured out how to cheese the system.
You did.
Oh,
That was a good solve to that trap.
No, I genuinely am pretty proud of myself for that one. You know,
I'll take the second rage off.
I am stupid robot boy, but I am smart when it comes to monkey task. I have my rope back, Fane.
What do you give me for it?
I just gave you 24 arrows, not in your 12, not in
Okay.
your back.
All right, we're even now.
Besides, you've got my longbow.
That's true.
You're not changing it, are you? Not modifying it, not touching it?
I mean, touching it, yes, but modifying it, no.
You're allowed to touch my longbow. Not like that.
Whoa.
Akare, you keep saying these things like. Well, you keep saying these things. I will
Because
like just playfully throw the rope around Akari's neck and just walk and just like yank him along. And then leave the rope attached to his neck.
Oh god. As you guys
I like-
all entering the next room at the end of this hallway, after Kothar and Zamira just showing off their immense dexterous abilities.
This group has changed, Akare.
And just
up,
be like,
quick.
come on, Akari, we don't have time for this.
Entering into
I'll
the next
take off
room,
the
you
fucking
find
rope.
the room to be well lit by multiple braziers in the varying corners of the room. You can see there are two hallways, one to your left, one to your right, and a large circular door. And the circular door is similar to those that you see in Skyrim. It has like 4 circular sections all around it. And there seems to be something written in the center circle.
Is
I'm
it in
sorry.
Draconic?
DM, I'm about to break your immersion here. I have never played Skyrim, and I know Liz hasn't. What does the door look like?
It is a massive stone circular door that seems like it kind of disappears into the ground below, but it definitely, you can see the circles of it, and there are, like, out the outer lines are other circles. They look like there are multiple mechanisms to this door.
Okay.
It's-
I think I got it.
Circular door with lots of circular pieces in it.
Correct.
Got
What,
it.
and
Got
it
it.
just,
Got it.
like,
Got
And
it.
it
It
looks
just
it looks like
creates
each individual piece could move on its own, basically, but all part of the same door.
It also
gonna
looks
post-
like it could be in the Mummy. So.
Well, hang on.
I'm gonna
So-
post a picture in chat for you.
I
Yeah, I'm
googled
confused.
it.
Are these like dials? Are they individual like dials that can be turned?
Not the pieces of the door, yes, not pieces that you could physically turn, but they are parts of the door that look like they could turn. If
Is there any
Zamira
other
finds the picture, that'll clear up all the confusion.
mechanisms in the room? I mean, it doesn't. Are there any mechanisms in the room that seem like they would correspond with a door?
There are 3 circular indents in each of the outer circles, and there appears to be something written in the center circle.
Can I read it?
Yes, you can. It is written in common. It
Oh.
says, "Man walks over, man walks under. In times of war, he burns asunder."
Rhyming puzzle doors. Fucking...
Man walks over, man walks.
There are
under.
2 hallways that look like they lead off into side rooms in this room as
Graveyard.
well. And as you guys look around, you can see above this door, kind of up in the ceiling, there is a circular stone coin that looks like it could fit into one of the slots of the door of the one of the circular slots of the door, but it has a flame kind of etched into it.
Man walk over, man walk under.
In times of war, he burns asunder.
Can I LeBron jump and like slap the shit out this coin out the wall?
Yeah, easy enough. And it falls, and you have this massive coin with a flame on it in your hand.
Can I put it in the door?
Yeah. Which one? There is the first slot, the second slot, the third slot.
What?
There are
Hey,
3.
guys,
There are 3 slots.
It
in
burns
each of the
asunder.
of the
It has to
circles.
be the bottom one.
No, it's in the second one because
No.
Yeah, I cannot go over or under.
It has
Or-
fire on it. He burns asunder.
asunder does not mean under. It's
Oh.
over. Men walk over, men walk under. In asunder means apart, but he burns.
Oh, I thought it meant under. That's my fault.
I will put it in the
Past
center
under.
ring.
Past
Okay.
under.
You get the sense you're going to need all 3 keys for anything to happen in this door.
And there's 2 other paths.
There are 2 other paths.
Okay, let's go down one of the paths.
Can we just cast like fast forward? Hey, we solved the puzzle. Great.
I genuinely do
Fast
not, do not
forward.
understand the mental image in front of me, and that picture did not help.
To the right path.
Let me
Yep,
see
to
if
the
she
right path.
if she
Take it
gave
back
you
now,
a
y'all.
decent picture.
It doesn't matter. To the right path.
Okay,
Like,
so yeah, if you're
it's
looking
fine.
if you're looking at this door, there is the center image, correct? That is where the writing is, and then there are the 3 circular mechanisms that have circular indents like the picture. You can see the small like stone coins in the circular mechanisms.
Hmm.
Each of those look like they have almost exactly like this picture, their own circular coin that they need for this door to open.
So we have
Okay.
to go find the other coin. So we would need to go
So
down
there's
the
3
other
other
paths.
keys.
I'm
There are
assuming.
Or
two.
is
There
there-
are 2 others. You guys have one, what you assume to be one.
Hmm. Okay.
Let's go down the right hallway.
Can't believe
Right
Matt
away.
said, let me see if she gave you a good picture. Like, I don't know my Skyrim claw puzzle doors.
I'm just making sure. Okay, so you guys
I
are going down
know.
the right hallway.
Yeah, I just don't genuinely understand the mental image here. It's fine though. Right door or right hallway. Let's go.
Following down the right hallway, you enter into a small circular room that has a fountain on it. Atop the fountain is a similar stone coin with a wing depicted on it. The fountain appears to be boiling with water, and across the ceiling there are a multitude of dragons etched in that look like they're flying in the sky above.
Wait, the coin is across the boiling water?
The coin is atop the fountain, like,
It's like a-
below, in the boiling fountain of water below it.
I will just walk into the fountain. I'll just reach up and grab it.
It's boiling water.
I'll reach up and grab it.
You got burned by steam, bro.
Yeah, do you
You can
have
fly, my
the
man.
ability to change
just
this
gonna, like,
water's temperature?
I'm gonna just
I don't
jump
think
up
so.
and yank it like
Too
I
using
think I
late,
the-
have
already.
control.
You take 15 points of fire damage, and you grab the coin.
7 points of fire damage.
Correct.
I will use a healer's kit on him.
And I'll say, that was quick, let's go.
For
Fuck it.
all of it, that's 5 plus 11.
Do you
Or
mean
5 plus 12.
anything crazy going on in this dragon mural on the roof?
Nope, it just looks like dragons flying above, and the coin has a depiction of a dragon's wing on it.
Fuck it, left hallway.
Left hallway, baby.
That was technically 16 healing. Hex.
I was already at full with the.
Just for my clarification, did you guys bring the flame coin back with you whenever nothing happened, or is it left in the door?
Left
the
in the
door.
We brought it with us.
Oh, it's left in the door.
That's
Yeah, it
fine.
didn't
Yeah, I feel like
specify, so
I
it's
would
not
have
that
felt
smart.
like I would have brought it with me, but yeah, we didn't specify, so
We're
If
not
you
that
okay,
smart.
you can grab it on your way to the other room.
okay. Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
What happens when we take it out?
We don't.
Nothing.
Oh,
I just
cool.
wanted to
Both-
know.
Both options are good.
That's what she said.
Can't just be asking random questions like that, man. It makes people scared.
Following the hallway to the
Matt,
left, you
thanks,
find
guys.
3 stone dragon heads that are kind of on their back with their maws wide open, looking towards the ceiling in a similar triangle formation you saw from the lava pit, but there is only a single dragon's head that has a pyre in it. Like a brazier in it that is lit with flames. The other 2 don't appear to have anything in them.
Can we pull the handles?
There's no handles. This is not the same statues. They're just arranged in the same manner. These are just dragons' heads that are on their backs, pointed at the ceiling with their maws open.
I just jump into the fountain and grab the third coin.
There's no fountain.
Is there, looking around, like, if we all take our time, is there anything in here that's pullable, interesting, buttons? Where's the secret door?
Investigation or perception check, your choice.
I'll help you out.
Perception.
Is there
Take
a
it at
candelabra on a shelf
take it at
somewhere
ad-
that
take it
opens
at
a secret
advantage.
door?
What's behind the waterfall, Matt?
17.
Looking into the pyre of fire as you're kind of walking around the room, you see there is a third stone coin, this one depicting a claw. And there are 3 spines to the claw, I should add. Like just a 3-pronged claw, basically.
I want to take my
in the bottom of the fire.
Can I take my flame tongue blade and try to like knock it out?
Queso blade.
Thank you.
Sure. Go ahead and make a athletics check for me to try and like reach in there and
Athletics,
pry it
Matt.
out. It is a large brazier, so there is a chance for you to be
Okay.
burned.
Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, and dirty 20.
Sloppy
Sloppy.
20.
Sloppy 20.
Floppy 20. Sorry.
You are
sorry.
able to pry it out, but as you're prying it out, beneath it, there is that same symbol of the flame coin beneath it.
If there's
What?
if there's ever a time where we have to jump in fire, I'm actually pretty okay with that.
Could
'Cause
we
my-
bring the?
Well, that makes
you
one
guys,
of us.
you guys did bring the flame coin.
Can we drop it in the fire?
I'm sorry,
you're
DM.
supposed to
I'm
go in
gonna
the
need a bit
door.
more of a description. Is this coin like sitting freestanding or is it embedded?
It is embedded in the bottom of the brazier. So she's took her blade in and jarred it loose. It's now loose in the brazier, but below it is the indentation of the same etching of the flame that is on the flame coin.
I'll
Can I
snag.
punch
I'll
the
sn-
brazier with ice damage?
But it's etching.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
not
etched
like-
into the coin.
Can I do a real quick switcheroo of hot coin for flame coin?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, I'll take. Yeah,
You take a whole 2 points of fire damage.
oh, that's real. That's real big.
As you
Okay.
do, the flame really diminishes, and then a red flame instead of an orange flame appears. Then a white flame in one of the other heads, and then a blue flame in one of the other heads. and a small circular doorway begins to open,
Erica.
and you can see the glowing and glittering of gold beneath this room.
Ooh!
Oh, Kothar, it seems
fancy.
like you really fired them up.
Big brain.
I get the- Hi, Akari.
I'm sorry,
Have you considered returning to your own plane?
It's an attempt of humor. In my own plane.
I
what do you
liked it,
mean?
Akari. I
That
liked
is also
it.
my attempt at humor. Haha. And I'll start walking towards the gold.
Okay. There is no need for an investigation check here because it is simply
I don't
a
get it.
miniature treasure hoard in this room. So I will tell you guys what you find.
Hell yeah!
You find
Oh,
treasure.
God.
an ominous bag that seems to have a bit of magic coming from it. You find
Bag.
2 potions of healing. And Akari, just save me the trouble here. Are you going to identify everything in the room?
You know what? Yes. Assuming the ring has enough charges.
The ring does not have charges. It just takes time.
Oh,
Wrong. That's mine. That's my ring.
sorry, Dad. Yes, I would like to take the time, assuming that we're safe and happy and healthy, to do it
It's a
all.
comfortable stone room with lots of gold and lots of other things in it.
Yes.
So you guys get a bag of holding.
Is that the ominous bag?
That is the ominous bag. You get 2
Okay,
regular potions of healing.
sure.
You find a small crate of incense. You don't know how much gold worth, really. You guys don't know incense that well. You get an Ioun stone of reserve.
Oh shit.
Okay.
You find an ornate mithril necklace that is or an ornate emerald necklace that's kind of set within an emerald socket. Probably worth a lot of money to the right buyer. Not magical. You find 10 ingots of obsidian steel. You get 1 potion of jump, and then a girdle of recklessness.
How does that fit? Sorry.
Tightly.
You find a collection of rare gems. You don't know the value.
And with the last person I expect the response was you. I
And
don't know
then
why
you-
I wanted to.
And then you find 11,241 gold pieces
What the fuck?
and 3,521 silver pieces.
Somebody forgot to keep their shit.
3521, you said?
3,521.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you said Dragon's Horde. Is that evident to all of
I
us?
did not
or
say
is that
Dragon's Horde.
meta
I just
stuff?
said Gold Horde.
Oh. Okay.
Where is our current treasure chest with all of our hoard of money in it?
Hidden away
Back
on the ship, I
in-
believe, or with Breger, one of the two.
It's in a compartment on the ship. No.
Did we leave it in Singara?
Kothar, you want to read that item out loud for me?
I will, because I just read it. If
Which
anyone else
one?
has. The girdle of I assumed the girdle of recklessness. Reckless. This is a wondrous, rare item. Requires attunement by a barbarian. A well-stitched leather belt with a jagged obsidian ring buckle that surrounds a beautifully framed black dragon opal that has spidering veins of glowing magma running across it. But yet they do not burn the wielder. Once attuned to this belt, a barbarian is filled with a reckless berserker strength, allowing them to dual wield 2-handed weapons and use the
What?
2-weapon fighting rules.
Oh my
Wielding
god.
weapons in this way impedes the barbarian's movement and removes their advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Amazing.
I mean,
If no one else has any rules, I would like it.
who else is in this group of
Attunement.
barbarian?
Attunement by barbarian. I'm taking 1 level and fucking barbarian, bitch.
Yeah, Akari gets done with the ring and quite simply just like grabs the girdle and just palms it in Kothar's hand and tells him what it does. That's your speed and no one else's.
For those in chat, please read the Ioun Stone of Reserve, please, somebody. And I should mention that
Already.
the
have it pulled up.
goddess Ioun does not exist in my world, so instead it is a different goddess, and I will tell you who it is. I just didn't want to create an item when one literally already existed for what I wanted.
Okay, an Ioun stone is named after Ioun, a god of knowledge and prophecy, revered on some worlds. Many types of Ioun stones exist, each type a distinct combination, shape, and color. When you use an action to toss one of these stones into the air, the stone orbits your head at a distance of 1d 3 feet and confers a benefit to you. Thereafter, another creature must use an action to grasp or net the stone to separate it from you, either by making a successful attack roll against AC 24 or a successful DC 24 dexterity acrobatics check. You can use an action to seize and stow the stone, ending its effect. A stone has AC 24, 10 hit points, and resistance to all damage. It is considered to be an object that is being worn while it orbits your head. Now, the reserve benefit of this particular one, it says this vibrant purple prism stores spells cast into it, holding them until you use them. This stone can store up to 3 levels worth of spells at a time. When found, it contains 1d4 minus 1 level of stored spells chosen by the GM. Any creature can cast a spell of 1st through 3rd level into the stone by touching it as the spell is cast. The spell has no effect other than to be stored in the stone. If the stone can't hold the spell is expended without effect. The level of the slot used to cast the spell determines how much space it uses. Whilst the stone orbits your head, you can cast any spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level, spell save DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but it is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. The spell cast from the stone is no longer stored in it, freeing up space.
Akari, you would know that this stone is currently holding the haste spell.
Oh, I fucking want it. I want that shit.
It's a one-time. It's a one-time use, and then you'll have to refresh what spells you put in it. But
Right. I don't have the capability to use this, but it'll let you. I look over at Kidai, who's the only other spellcaster. It would let you.
I don't think you have to be able to cast spells, do you?
Nope.
No,
You
somebody else can put the spells in it for you. Anybody can use this.
Right. I guess for gameplay and easiness sake, I would have assumed it would be one of the spellcasters. But yeah, we can totally give it to one of you guys. I don't have a problem with that.
I mean, strategic. We could talk strategy on it later because that's a long discussion. I think.
I was gonna say,
Well, one
you could
person
load it
doesn't
up with
have to
whatever. It
critique-
could be enlarge reduce. It could be anything.
That way, like Kothar could cast haste on himself. I could cast enlarge reduce on myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we can move it around.
So what I'll open with is between the braces of archery and the umber bow. I'm now with the ring of identification. So unless one of you guys wants to free that up, I literally cannot use this. I could potentially at the end of a night cast into it, and if I do so and we get ambushed, it's not going to be funny. But like, I could give Hunter's Mark to one of you guys, or store some cure wounds. Like, there's plenty of applications here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we can talk strategy on it later because that's a long discussion.
Yeah, it's a
I
very long
can't
discussion.
take the ring of identify from you because I'm already attuned to a ring. I'm pretty sure you can only have one ring, can't you?
correct.
It's just.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's one.
Yeah, 'cause you
one-
can only have,
one
like,
attunement
one-
per slot. So like you can have
like,
one helm
per
one
body
ring,
part.
one
Right.
one chest.
Rules is written. That's how it works. Yeah.
Gotcha. I think we could talk. We should talk strategy on that offline, because that'll take a while. But
Right.
Do we were splitting up gold, our divvies of gold before, right? Everybody had their individual share.
I do not have my individual share marked. I
Yes,
thought we
but
had...
I'm tracking the full amount minus your share.
I have
And
nothing.
minus your share and my share because I wanted to track weight.
Yeah. So we can. So we need to decide if now that we have a bag of holding, we can very easily track all of this collectively because we split it up for weight's sake. I think.
Why don't we just make it all party gold, or the majority of it party gold?
Yeah, we should. I think from this point on, we should do party gold.
Yeah,
I'm not a-
once we get our chest back that actually has the gold because we dropped it off, so I wouldn't have to carry 1 billion pounds.
Right.
Yes, I have a number, so I'll just need essentially yours and mine to be added back into that
Yeah,
value.
I'm not imagining a scenario where one of
You
us
have
wants
yours, yes.
something
Yeah.
in a shopping
Okay.
scenario
Add-
and we're not
add
willing to do it.
So add 11,593 gold. That's the total from this.
No. Oh, you're changing the
201.
silver into gold. Got it.
Correct.
There you
And
are.
then so 11,593, and then you can add Fane's back.
You
Which
can also
is
add
five-
a crate of rare gems worth roughly 2,000 gold pieces, but you guys won't know what they're actually worth until you appraise them.
Sure.
But and then my share is 5820 gold pieces. Kothar.
Goodness
You-
gracious.
And you can throw that into the party gold. And
Lots of monies.
We're so rich and we have nowhere to spend it.
Okay, so
isn't
I
it?
will remove my gold in its entirety,
Mhm.
which would put us at a combined party fund of 45,112 gold.
And that's not even considering the obscene assortment of gems that we have, or is that including that?
That is
We-
not.
Yeah,
have
because we have
other
like
gems.
probably $10,000 or $15,000 worth. I mean,
I
it's
have
probably
most
like
of the gems,
10,000
too.
worth of gems.
Can we store the gems in the bag of holding, everything except the diamonds we need, so that it's all tracked and consolidated in one place?
That would be smart. Who's we're divvying
I-
up potions of healing. Who
2
wants
potions
one?
of healing, 1 potion of jump.
I would say the potion of jump goes to Kothar. It's a bonus action to drink a potion in this game, right, DM?
Bonus action, drink a potion. Full action to put it in someone else's mouth and make them drink it.
Yeah, I
Sure,
think-
I will take the potion of jump, and if no one else cares, I'll take the bag of holding since I'm party treasurer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I already have a potion of healing, so I will give mine to, I don't know, Akari.
Potion of jump does not exist, DM.
It's
I'll-
just a potion that allows you to use the jump spell.
The jump spell.
Oh, okay. I will,
So-
I guess, write it down.
I think when we were going through that episode, there were no like specifications of the actual amount, but all I have written down is diamonds, rubies, sapphires, emeralds, pearls.
I have all of
Oh.
that written down. Assume. I mean, you're the only one that's going to really need
400
spell
pearls,
components.
600 emeralds, 900 sapphires, 1100 rubies, 2100 diamonds.
Would you message me that?
I have
But
it. It's 1,170 rubies, 2,200 gold pieces, diamonds, 905 sapphires, 660 emeralds, 400 pearls.
Oh yeah, that's the total amount. I have the 2 different instances written separately.
We
I
need
think
to
she
be
only
cautious
needs the
we don't-
diamonds, just for clarification.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, as long as you have them, put them in the bag of holding, because
Take-
I'll just not be responsible for them. Then.
Take a just take a crisp 1,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds.
Okay.
We gotta
That's
be.
all we'll need at once.
Yeah, we can all track it like when we're doing it, like keep track of what we're picking up, but we should just consolidate it so we don't get fucked up and confused because
Right.
that's a lot of shit.
Yeah. Fane, you gave me a potion of healing, so I took it. But the 2 that we just gained, who's going?
That's what I meant. I was gonna hand you one of the potions that we just picked up.
Gotcha. So I added that. I'm good. The other one to fuck it, Kidai
Kothar. I
or
think,
like Kothar? Do you
requested.
want it? Oh,
I'm good.
Oh, never mind. sorry.
Zamira. You know what, Zamira? Let's balance out our healing capabilities just in
Okay.
just in case it gets froggy.
I will happily take one.
Yep. Just in case it gets froggy or you need it or you feel like you need it. It's an
Oh.
easy gulp for you or
I didn't
So-
scroll down far enough. There's Inquisitor's robes in this as well.
Inquisitor's robes.
What that?
Come
Do
on,
should I identify that?
I mean, yeah, you did identify it because you took the time to identify everything.
Oh.
Woo!
I think
Shall I
Zamira,
read
you're
it?
gonna read those.
Oh,
Oh.
I just read like the world's longest thing. I'll go
Oh.
read this to myself.
you know what?
You want me to do it? I'll do it. I mean, it's fine. Or Hex, do you
Let
want to
me-
read it?
Let me read it in Zamira's voice.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
Mystical burnt orange robes befitting those who are a member of the Orange Bronze
You got my tots.
Order of the Bronze Salamander. These mystical robes were woven with cotton. It's getting worse. With cotton of the highest quality that was imbued with powers of chronomancy itself. A Time Reader monk with the rank of Inquisitor can attune to these robes and gain the following benefits. Dude, critical hits restore 1 key point. Your deflect missiles damage reaction will now deal double damage. Zamir, it's too bad you're not an Inquisitor.
She does.
Yeah,
She does read the
Time Reader.
requirements. She can attune to them.
That's it. Gabagook.
What'd you say, Matt?
You can attune to them.
Wait, it's not considered armor, is it?
I mean, no, not really. It's just like
Okay.
robes.
What are they? Mystical burnt orange robes. That's
Yeah.
orange would look good on Zamira with her, like with some like Dragon Ball Z robes. Is what I'm
I'll
imagining.
get it. I'll
Basically.
get it dyed at a shop.
Like a Goku get up.
Basically,
Oh
yeah.
my god, a magic item for the monk.
No, I already had one. I had the kinetic band. My little punchy punch ring.
Now the only person who needs like a real magic item and not just a weapon is.
You have the
I imagine we'll find one at some
earrings of
point.
message.
I do
Now,
have
if
the
only I ever get to use my deflect missiles.
It's kind of funny that Fane's magic item is an accessory, like just vanity. That's adorable.
Yeah. Oh, I do have the shitty cloak of color changing.
Yeah, you just never use it.
You
DM,
know
are
what,
we down? Oh, sorry.
No, I changed it into something stupid. I changed it into like a picture of Fane in a speedo. I don't know.
Do it like just a bunch of your like those pajamas you can get with a bunch of different like home pictures, just like pictures of you all over them.
It's a waifu pillow. It's basically just
God.
like a Tron anime girl.
Yeah.
God, stop it.
DM, would we be able to say we would be down here for an hour while Akari identifies all of that fucking bullshit?
Yes.
Wonderful, I will attune.
Yeah, I'll attune as well.
For some reason, when we came into this dungeon, I was like, maybe there will be a magic item for Fane in here, and just
You're not to the end of
Oh
it yet.
my!
Instead,
That was-
money.
instead money, which is also valuable.
You're
You
not
guys
to the
gonna
end of it yet.
secretly start working on just a terrible but like handcrafted magic item for Fane. Don't know what it is yet. Oh,
The Stone
I
of
will-
Guidance.
I will spend the hour working on a net. Possible to get one done without focusing fully on it.
Not to get one done, but you get pretty close.
Okay, I will mark down that I have an hour working on it. You know what? I'll ask if we can delay for 15 for me to finish.
Probably gonna take you another
That's
hour.
fine.
It'll
Be
take you
enough
another
time.
hour to probably finish it.
Okay, never mind then. Then I will just do 1 hour's worth of work.
I still have a puzzle to finish though.
Yeah,
No, we
let's
solved it.
go.
We do.
No, we solved the one. We put the one coin in there, and that happened.
That just
but we don't
happened
know.
to open
if-
a secret treasure room.
Yeah, we don't know if that we had to take it back to the door or not.
Do we try putting the other coin in that slot?
The other coin was already in the slot when you pulled it out.
No, the
There-
third.
but we-
Oh,
No, do
Where's
we
the
go
third
back to
coin?
the other side and put the coin where we
Before we-
found that coin?
Before we go, I want to try. Fane wants to try and put the other coin in the slot, the third coin.
so you're gonna reach into the red hot flames and pull out the flame coin?
I'm literally from hell. Yes.
You take 10 points of fire damage.
5.
Where's the one?
Where's the one?
Sorry, I got one. You're fine. Keep going. Keep going.
So does replacing the coins do anything?
Just closes the entrance to the secret chamber you guys found.
Okay. I guess we take the coin back. All 3.
So, you guys make your way
Make it away.
Boy.
back to the previous door, in which you approach it, and again it reads, "Man walks over, man walks under. In times of war, it burns asunder."
I want to go back to the other side where we got the first or the second coin from. And it was in the water.
Uh-huh.
And we have the coin with the fire on it, the coin with the claw on it, and what was on the third coin?
You have the coin with the fire, the coin with the claw, the coin with the wing. In the room to the right, there is the fountain where you found the ring of the wings with the dragons kind of flying above. In the room to the left, there was the 3 dragon heads with the flame in the one in which you put the flame one in and then found the secret treasure room, and that's where you got the claw. And there are very specifically 3 claws on the depiction of the claw.
I'll put the claw one. in where we got the second one from.
So you guys already tried that. You already tried putting the claw one in where you found the fire.
No,
No,
in
no,
the
no.
other room.
In the boiling water room.
The water
just
room.
go and
I want to
you-
go back over.
Oh. You're gonna place it back on top of the boiling fountain?
Is that where the claw one came from?
That's where the one with the wing came from.
No, I want to put the claw there, where we found the wing one.
On top of the boiling fountain. Correct.
Can you just levitate?
I mean, yeah, I can.
Okay, so you levitate over, you place it there. Nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the door.
I guess so. I suppose it was too much to expect 2 treasure rooms.
Well, I
was a
imagine we're
good
just getting
try.
greedy at that point.
Okay, you go back to the door. You have the 3 indents above whatever this riddle is in the center of the door. The 3 circular indents, I should say.
Do wing, claw, fire. Like wing at the top, claw in the middle, fire at the bottom.
Pretty sensible.
Yeah, sounds pretty good to me.
Make a perception check for me.
Poisonous
The check I
gas.
expected. Ooh, that's a 26.
And the 3 circular indents, the one at the very top, there's a small groove in the circular indent that seemingly points to the wing room. In the middle one, there is a small indent that seemingly points down. And then in the final one, there is a small indent that seemingly points to the room where you got the claw one.
Okay, so then do wing, fire, claw.
Nothing happens.
Did I say it wrong?
Nope.
Is there like a
Fire
button?
wing? Like,
Is there like a button to push after I put them in there?
Nope.
Or something like that? I'll kick the door.
Okay. Make a wisdom check for me.
What? If this
We
doesn't
repeat-
work, I'm just gonna use my ring to demolish the fucking door.
We repeat the process until we get the right answer.
yeah.
Usually
There's a
somebody
12
gets
on my
it.
wisdom.
There's something about the words that read in the center of this door that seem like something's not adding up here. Something about those words that you haven't really figured out yet.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session because nobody knows.
Oh my god. Man
So-
walks over, man walks under. In times of war, he burns asunder.
Over his wings, under his claws.
Wing, fire, claw.
Fire is the burning asunder. So do
So wind, fire, water.
I would do wing, fire, claw.
wing, claw, fire.
Yeah, wait.
No, fire in the middle.
Wing, yeah, that's what I said the first time when I got confused. Yeah.
Aiden, shut the
'cause
fuck up.
But he burns.
Man walks.
I
he-
fucking hate puzzles.
He walks
Oh, I know.
over.
Wait. No. It's fire on top.
No!
Because it's fire on
And he
top. Because
burns asunder.
But that was pointing. Check it out. The groove on the top one was pointing to the left room, which is the fire, which is where we found the coin was in fire. So
Yeah, but that's where we found the claw coin.
That's what I'm saying. It's a red herring. We already tried the sensible way. It's a red herring. So
Mhm.
put the fire on top, and then the claw, the wing coin in the middle, and then the claw coin on the bottom.
Whatever. Sure, try it.
And then I fucking scream.
Or put the third coin in and then punch the coin in.
Nothing happens.
Turn them backwards.
I will use all the charges on my ring to just demolish the door.
How many charges do you have?
I have like 5 charges on it right now.
As you guys are looking at everybody make wisdom checks for me before Samira does this.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of joking when I said it, but if we don't have any other options, like, I'll get there eventually.
Natural one.
Ooh,
16.
13.
10.
Kidai?
18.
Kidai and Akari, the riddle that is before you, you get the sense it's referring to something and not the sequence of these coins. It's referring to something that's physical.
It's a riddle.
Yes, it
Yes?
is a riddle.
We
a
get the sense
fucking
it's a
riddle.
riddle.
Yes, it is a riddle.
Is it the act? Do we need to bring the actual fire in here?
Graveyard. Like,
Man walks
Like
over,
death.
man walks under. In times of war, he burns asunder.
You could say it 1,000 times, Matt. It's not gonna make any more sense to me.
no.
I'm being dead ass. With it. I'm just
Can
gonna,
we
Kothar's just gonna
move?
start punching the door.
Is
Dead
the
ass.
torch
That's
from
all
the
I
other
have.
room able to be moved? Could we carry it in here?
Kothar, go ahead and roll strength check for me.
I'll rage if I have to.
Rage if I have to.
No, not even if I have to. I'm going to. 17.
Did you roll at advantage?
Yes. 12 and 13.
You're slowly, the door begins to crack. You get the sense if you continue, it'll probably break.
I'm
Is it a
keep
bri-
going.
Is it a bridge?
What?
That's what I
No, it's
thought when I
fire.
first read the riddle, but there's like no bridge here.
It's
No,
an
it's
an
fire.
overpass. Man walks over fire.
Yeah, if he's fast enough, he can.
Man walks under
Or
fire.
she. Yeah.
It's the ground.
There's a sun in the fucking sky. What do you mean?
It's ocean. It's
Yeah, I thought it was a bridge too when they first read the riddle, but that doesn't really apply here, so I don't know why it would be that.
Well, hold on.
Kothar, another
We
strength
just
check.
crossed a fucking bridge.
15.
Wait, no, we didn't, because we had to go through all the dragons and shit.
No, you did cross a bridge before. When
Yeah,
you fought
but
the
like that
dragon.
was before all the before all the dragon trap things.
Yeah, but it wasn't that far back. There was a bridge.
Gee, thanks.
man walks over. Man walks under. In times of war, he burns asunder.
Okay.
Coins-
Turns apart
I see
from
what you
what?
mean. I see what
though?
you mean. So what does no. So man doesn't burn. What does he burn during times of war? What does man burn during crops? No, that's
Bridges.
total war.
Other men.
Bridges? Oh yeah, the
The third one's a natural 20 for 24.
It is probably about a minute away from crumbling to your fists.
Demir will expend 2 charges with the ring that does double damage against constructs and fucking shatter it.
Easy enough. It falls to pieces. Guys, just gonna break my puzzle because you can't figure it out. Same day.
Matt, what was the answer? I need to know.
It's a fucking bridge. You had to go back to the bridge and find the third coin. The fire one was a decoy.
There's no way I was gonna know that.
yeah.
You guys were on the tip of it, like you had the bridge. I was like, all they gotta do is
The
figure out to go
bridge-
back to the bridge.
The bridge would have made me just shout bridge and then punch the door. Like
Yeah, I would have never thought to
after
go
15
back.
after 15 real life in-game minutes, Kothar just would have punched a door. Like
we were like too far gone at that point. To
I
consider
get it. I
these-
was trying to be as direct as possible to tell you guys the answer without telling you the
it's
answer.
fine. Puzzles are.
Yeah,
the
I mean, when you
absolute
first
bane of
read
my
the riddle,
freaking
I was like, it
existence.
sounds like he's talking about a bridge, but we're in a room with
And
3
then like
doors
I
and a
added
ring.
the treasure room to be like, this is what the the coin goes to, so you realize it's a decoy.
Oh shit. That
Oh
makes
no!
sense.
I just assumed it had a special.
We
property.
got just too distracted and giddy by our new things and all our monies.
Well, rip. The door is fucking rubble.
Yeah.
Thane stomps through.
Strong boy gang, fuck the puzzles, we'll just break
So-
through shit.
I know it's getting late. I'm gonna continue a little bit longer unless people are dying to go to bed. Basically up till
I'm
midnight.
fine.
Good?
I got a little bit longer.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I love in my notes how I write, after they figure out the puzzle, this is what happens. Yeah, that's not what happens.
So what happens now, Dio?
The door crumbles in front of all of you. As you all continue. Hold on, I gotta turn music back on because I.
Fucking
Okay.
solve your problems with violence, guys.
Yeah, no
That's the lesson
shit.
here.
Yep, that's the
Solve
that's the
your
moral of our
problems with
story.
code
You
fire.
shouldn't have given me a ring that does double damage to fucking construct
Oh,
objects.
that's the whole reason I gave it to you, is for instances like that. I fucking loved it. That was perfect. Kudos to you guys for fucking doing that.
For deciding it wasn't worth our time anymore and beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I've purposely built all my dungeons for you guys with places for for Zamira to create shortcuts for you guys.
To just
I
punch.
use-
Okay, good
to-
to
for-
know
for
that I
using
can
her
just
ring.
like
There's always gonna be an
cartoon
instant
style
always
punch
gonna be an
through
instance
walls.
where she can just create a shortcut.
She could have punched one of the chains herself.
Yep. Probably.
But it gets me jumpy when I don't have any charges on my ring, so I don't want to expend them all.
Following a narrow hallway that is roughly 4 feet wide, it is a tight fit. As you enter in, it slowly slopes into a 4-foot wide hallway. Kothar, you are physically
sideways,
uncomfortable.
baby.
You are physically uncomfortable moving through this hallway, and you guys
Bane
start
and
to think to
Kothar
yourself, like, what the fuck
bound.
is walking through here that barely fits? As you guys enter into a
Goblins.
large opening, lines of rusty weapons lining this large opening. Fane, this is an all too familiar sight to you. This is a waiting grounds for a coliseum.
It's a bloodworks.
A what?
A bloodworks. Or a wetworks. It's where the blood drips down from the arena above.
And there's a massive iron wrought gate in front of you guys leading into a coliseum.
There are rusted weapons all about. Anything of note?
Make an investigation check.
Sure. We take those. 3.
Just a bunch of rusted weapons. Nothing that really seems like it stands out.
Okay. Pretty chill.
Very old, very out of maybe another realm crafted weapons. They don't seem like they're normal, like the normal crafted weapons you're used to from your arena.
I'll comment on the fact that this looks like a coliseum of some kind, and that, well, I'll just say, if this is what I think it is, and it would be a strange place for it, if we go through those gates, there could be something waiting for us in sort of a pitched battle.
DM.
Looking out through the iron rock gates, you can see there's a massive stone pedestal in the center of the arena.
Oh, so
DM.
we can see the arena. On the
You
other
can
side.
see out into the arena. It is well lit.
I see Fane looking over all these different implements of battle and not recognizing any of them, right?
Yeah.
I pull out the blade of the halberd of the Order of Cerulean Phoenix and just kind of hold it up. Compare.
Some similar in craftsmanship, some different. Some of these blades have accents of a craftsman of another era. The way they're crafted are not nearly as finite and well tuned as the current era. They're more crude, more old style, like an older style.
No similarities necessarily, though.
Not that you can tell.
There's no inscriptions, no writing, no nothing in the room.
Nope. There is just the dusty trail that leads into the Colosseum with a small lever next to the iron rock gates that you get the sense if you pull, a pulley system will lift the gates.
Assuming it's still intact.
Like I said, if this place is some sort of enchantment on it, or some sort of semblance of life or rhythm to it, well, arenas don't just exist for nothing.
I think the only way something still exists if it's somehow like me, made. Not tied to time.
It could be a construct of some kind, or perhaps magical, or perhaps simply a beast. We don't know, but we won't know until we go through.
What does it smell like?
Make a perception check for me.
Does it smell like death?
Smells like an
Or does it just smell
auto-tune.
dusty? Ooh, that's a 27. I smell all of it.
There is
God, my nose hurts now.
a smell. There's a few smells that you catch. The slightest hint of fresh water come maybe off in the distance, like it was carried by the wind. But it's followed very quickly by the smell of like burning fire, like magma. The familiar smell of the pool of magma that you caught, as well as like the very prominent smells of dried blood and dust.
Well, shall we?
I will follow up behind Fane. This is his domain. And I'll kind of place my hand on the lever and wait for his ready.
I will breathe it in, and I will take up my just for shits and giggles, take up my pre-battle ritual. I'll just coil up the whip comfortably in my hand. I'll check my shield up and down. I'll bang it a couple times on my forehead. And then, with my hand, kind of pull the hair aside, just getting presentable, basically. And then pull the lever.
As the lever the lever pulls and the gates begin to slowly ascend, the light pouring in from the Colosseum before you guys pass through. And Fane, for you, there's an instance where you close your eyes and you can almost hear the crowd screaming and cheering. But you enter into a quiet, silent Colosseum. Massive braziers lining the outsides of it, and notice that all of the seats, this whole Colosseum, is just plated in black obsidian. In the center, this massive stone pedestal. A massive brazier alights in it. And then, as the brazier dissipates, there stands a familiar face. Urith is standing before all of you. His hands out, greeting you. Welcome, friends.
Fane would have been
Bitch.
yelling his ass off on the way. And I wanted to say this, as I walked in, I would have been yelling my pre-thing, my entrance. There's specific words to it. I'll save it since we're already past that. But
Sure.
He would have been beating his chest and running out like an absolute animal, as is his way.
Definitely.
And when Ulrith showed up, he would have said something nasty.
Go for it.
Say something like, another coward come to face me in the arena. Do you even dare? Do you suppose that you're fit?
Boy, do you not understand the magnitude of where you stand?
I understand that I'm standing exactly across from you. And that is exactly where I belong.
Oh, it is not I you shall face. I do have a plan for you, though. For you 5. And then the gate slams down behind all 5 of you.
It's a coward who gets into the arena and does not fight. Leave if you must, but that is what I will think of you.
If I
I won't be going anywhere. I'll be watching, judging,
Again,
evaluating.
it is the soft ones who watch.
Or it is those who need no proof, who watch.
It is the soft ones that cause reasons. Get out of my face and do what you will, coward.
In that response, give me a second, turn the mutes off. Akara, you had something you wanted to say?
I was only going to mention that without moving too far, I wanted to start to circle to the right, ever so slowly, just recognizing.
As you begin to circle, his eyes, the ruby red eyes you guys fixated on before, just glow in a bright red, and all of you, including Fane, and probably for the first time in a long time for Fane, feel the ever-pressing nature of boundless fear. Just the gaze of him staring at all 5 of you. And then his voice changes ever so slightly. Hold on, it's playing through the wrong speaker. Why is it doing that?
I just want to point out that Fane is not afraid.
Point of order, Kothar would be directly behind and to the left of Fane.
Wait, I'm having trouble finding my note. Is this the guy that betrayed everybody, or is this the leader of Drasana?
This is the
Mm.
random guy you
Dude,
found in the day prior.
field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the random ass dude we
And
found.
I will tell you now that all of you are afraid because you cannot succeed the saving throw to be frightened. So,
What is
Wait,
they have
everybody
like
said
an
something.
eight?
At,
Not even
everybody
with a
said
natural
something
20?
at once. What random dude we found? I'm confused.
at the end of last session, we'll talk about it here in a
Near
second.
the end of last
Oh,
session. we
oh
found
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Weird ass dude.
Yeah, I
I've
remember
seen
now.
whole
Okay.
worlds bathed in the light of my maker. Entire planetary systems born and erased in the time it takes your heart to beat just once. What hope could you, a puny lot, have in defeating me?
Fuck you.
And in that instance, the flames dissipate, and he reappears up in the box above the arena, kicks up his feet from the massive obsidian chair that he sits upon, and the gates on the opposite side begin to raise, and you can hear the low rumble as two massive minotaurs break out from the other side. Black
Holy
wings
shit.
disperse from their back as they begin flying across the battlefield towards all of you guys. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
What?
Sorry, very quick point of order, and you may cover this. You said the DC was too high for any of us to beat. Kidai has a +8, so the DC is over 28.
Yes.
Jeez.
Okay.
Damn.
Guess we'll die.
You're not fighting.
Sorry.
He's not
real
here to
quick,
fight.
Matt. Real quick, Matt. What did Homeboy say? Because I can never understand those.
I will
Yeah,
play it
same.
one more time and then I will repeat it.
I have seen whole worlds bathed in the light of my maker. Entire planetary systems born and erased in the time it takes your heart to beat just once. What hope could you, a puny lot, have in defeating me?
Okay, I think I got the gist of it.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, if you can read it, sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. It's
No, you're
fucking.
good. I'm pulling up
I don't do
my...
good with digitized voices. It's like
okay.
listening to walkie-talkie. For some reason, I can never do
He
it.
said, wah, 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 I'm a huge bitch.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, he said, I
have, for the record, I've always done horribly with digitized voices. Like, I have trouble understanding people on walkie-talkies, whether it be an actual walkie-talkie or with, like, the little earpiece. I can't do it. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's something fundamentally wrong with me, myself. Like, I can understand people on Discord and other voice applications
he
just
said-
fine, but, like...
He said, I have seen whole worlds bathed in the light of my maker. Entire planetary systems born and erased in the time it takes your heart to beat just once. What hope could you, a puny lot, have of defeating me?
Matt, I'm going to make you TPK us next week.
It's not a TPK.
If I can see him, it's going to be a TPK.
You can see him, you can't catch him.
Step 1, javelin.
Too
I mean,
fast.
if this guy can beat us with that little and he runs,
Pussy.
I'm gonna make you TPK us next week.
There's an overarching plot. You'll have to figure it out. But,
All right. Whew.
guys, that's all
Jeez.
for us tonight. I like that
Minotaurs and
cliffhanger.
wings. What the fuck?
We'll see what happens next week when the party goes into the Coliseum.
Yeah, we're fighting. We're in rumble mode, boys and girls.
We'll see
rumble.
y'all next week. Have a good night.
Punch some stuff.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Take care. Take care.